Snake.
Oh God, here it comes! Oh, hot, 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 hot! Hot, 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 hot! Mr. Marsh, we apologize, and if it's okay with you, we would like to present you your long overdue trophy.
Mag.
The following program deals with a controversial subject. The theories expressed are not the only possible interpretation.
The viewer is invited to make a judgment based on all available information. Real fucking high on drugs.
What is good, everybody? Welcome to another Saturday night here on Beyond Wednesdays. Probably just, I think Saturday nights have just become like the actual hangout show. It's late on a Saturday night. We kind of talk about more crazy shit, and I think the session rolls well with the Saturday night show the best. So I hope you guys all got to enjoy a session or are enjoying a session. I mean, that's even better. I know we had a great session. I had a great session, and this is going to be a fun show tonight. There's going to be a lot of people on tonight. I imagine people are going to be coming in and out, and we got a lot to talk about. I think this is going to be the last show before New York Comic Con. No show for Tuesday night on Industry Show. I'm just re-releasing the Bruce Ogilvie interview in full because the guys are going to be on their way to New York. Then I'm going to head to New York the next day and see all these guys there. Every single one of these guys that are on right now, the panel right now, is going to be there, which is going to be awesome. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting show tonight, to say the least. I will say this. Shout out to everybody that's been rocking with me lately over at Whatnot. They've been a really fun sales, and I did a quick 2-hour sale right before the show. A lot of good stuff. But tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Pacific will be probably the last comic sale before I leave for New York, where I'll be selling a bunch of good stuff to try and update the coffers a little bit before I head out. And then I might do probably going to do a card sale on Monday night, which will be sent out when I get back from New York. But anyways, what are you guys doing for your sales? Do you guys do a sale right before you leave and then say, hey, I'm not going to ship it till I get back? Or how do you guys do that? James?
I've done both. In the past, my customers have been okay with it. This time I don't think I'm going to. I've been doing a lot of pre-sale CGC stuff. So I've got 2 short boxes of stuff my customers have ordered or bought for signatures. So I'll probably end up doing maybe 2 more shows, just doing pre-sale CGC, just so I don't have anything to ship. But I don't know. I did pick up a pretty killer short box today from a buddy of mine that's all Vampirella stuff. So I might decide last minute, maybe Monday, to do just a quick 100-book Vampirella sale and just tell them to wait. But I've never had problems in the past. My customers have always been really good about that shit. So.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, I believe the first time on the show, you might have been on the show before, Jeff, right? I can't remember, but first time since, first time since you've been at Dynamite and Dynamic Forces. So,
yeah.
Thanks for coming on, brother.
So thank you for having me back, man. Super cool. So last time I guess I was just Jeff Comic Dunes, comic dealer, teaming up occasionally with that gentleman to my right. I don't know where you guys see him. Heroes Reborn. booth 3605 at New York Comic Con. But yeah, at a certain point, I was doing some, excuse me, some like freelance work for the company, and kind of just they offered me an opportunity to come on board. So I'm the director of online media for Dynamite Entertainment, Dynamic Forces, and yeah, I'm tackling a lot. I do a lot of streaming. I really want to bring back this Dynamic Forces, this variant, which it's been around for a while. So that's kind of my main goal, my baby right now.
How are you doing your sales? Like, are you gonna do you because you're at a big place, a big warehouse when you do your sales,
Sure.
right? Do you ship immediately after, or do you like how do you do your fulfillment?
I mean, we try to get everything out within 2 days. We try to be as prompt as possible, right? Once the show's over, Igor, what's going on, man? We'll reconcile and send everything to the back. I know the shipping's been kind of backed up with a lot of the stuff going on, but they do a great job of getting everything out. So
Yeah, dude, I'm
probably
terrible.
within 2 days.
I'm fucking terrible with shipping, dude. My guys, if you order with me, it's probably gonna take a week for your shit to get there, and it's just like I'm cool with that right now. At some point, I'll have to change that depending on how much further I want to pursue that part of this business. But I'm terrible at shipping. I wish I could hire people to ship for me. I fucking hate shipping. It sucks.
That's been one of my like favorite things since working for them, right? Is that anything that I do, whatnot, they handle.
Thank God.
And yeah, it's
nice.
yeah, bonus win for me.
I do want to say something real quick. I'm going to say this a couple of times from now on in the shows. If you are or a professional T-shirt designer, that's in the industry, that knows how to use tools and create and help fix designs and put designs on T-shirt ready files so I can have them made, hit me up. Beyond Wednesdays, YTC@gmail.com. Beyond Wednesdays YouTube channel, YTC@gmail.com. Hit me up. Let me tell you what I need. I need to start making shirts. And I have a problem that I don't have enough time to make them look amazing for the images. They need to be cleaned up a little bit, my ideas and stuff. So if you're somebody that can help me clean up those ideas, and do some cool stuff, ideas with shirt designs, and you've been doing it for a while, hit me up. I've got 10 ideas ready to go, and we'll figure out some way that helps both of us. So, James, you're fucking more than welcome, bro. Let's do it. I mean, you know what I mean? I need somebody.
I told you that 2 months ago, Brian. I got you, man. We'll talk in New York. Talk in New York.
All right.
I just did a whole clothing store launch. I sent you the link. You saw it.
Well, so I have my first shirt design. I'm going to try and get Art by Fitz to do. I'll pay him whatever he needs because he's a badass artist, and I want to get stuff from him. I would love to do a comic with him at some point. But I got a lot of just simple ideas that I want to do for Beyond Wednesday shirts, and so many people want to rock them. And if they want to rock them, because they love what we're doing, I'm going to try and put them out. So, and
I've got my tattoo artist would take a commission any day too. So we can have them do your ideas and send it to me as a file, and I can do it up in Adobe for print.
So, all right, back to today's show. We've got we'll probably just kind of check out FOC a little bit. I mean, nothing crazy on FOC this week, really, that I saw. There's bigger things to talk about, and we might as well just get into it, right?
I got at you, McClay. I hope this makes your comic book drama, because these dudes, goofy ass dudes.
Into the news. Into the into the
But let's get down to business.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, did we have a moment this week? We all knew it was going to happen. Even Mark knew it was going to happen. Keenspot knew it was going to happen. Anybody that knows comics, they know that you just got to say, okay, people are going to get their stuff early, and some Yahoo's going to want to open them at this point. Even with Lunar sending out an email to everybody saying, just don't even open them. Don't open them. Like, you could sell them, just don't open them. And I think I think at this point I'm really happy for Mark and what this project has done, but I also feel really bad for him because I think we knew that this was going to come to this point. You know, we kind of all knew this was going to happen. So here's the crazy thing. Shout out to Kal-El. That's my boy who just gifted 20 memberships. Thank you, brother. So basically the whole thing about this that's pissing everybody off is that somebody got their bags early, right? Number one thing that's pissing everybody off. Somebody's got their bags early. Listen, that's going to happen with these things. I know that, you know, I've seen Instagram posts and people like really want to call out Lunar and Keenspot right now. And my thought process is I want to have a conversation because I don't know how I truly think. I am a bit biased on this, right? I want to see Mark do well with this. I love this project. You guys know that. And I feel really sad for Keenspot and Mark that this, you know, there's been a couple of things that have happened with this that are a real big bummer. Obviously, number one, the release date, which we talked about getting pushed, it messed up a lot of plans for a lot of people. And not just, you know, Mark and Keenspot, but everybody that was going to do the midnight releases, all the retailers that were going to sell comics at New York. My plans at New York were totally Mark Spears Monster and the Wolf based. I was going to give out 100 bags and film every single one of those being opened. Every single one of those got canceled, right? When this happened, because basically a printer has a problem and they feel that they can't give the product the best randomization that they can, so they want extra time. And that's basically what's caused this. So half of me is like, you know what? I would rather have it be done right than not done right. But here's some of the problems. A little part of me is going, man, I feel like this is just getting like the gremlins are fucking running wild right now around this project. I mean, they're hiding in every crevice, undoing bolts right here. You know what I mean? And there is a lot to talk about this thing. So basically, I'm going to run down what happened. Was it last night, you guys? Last night that the whatnot thing happened?
I think it was 2 nights ago.
2 nights ago?
2 nights ago, I think.
So a whatnot sale goes up. Retailer, Sleeping Giants. Never heard of them. Don't know them. I don't know. Are you guys familiar with them at all? Anybody? Yeah? Hive?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I've heard of them, and I think I might have bought from them before from a live sale.
Okay. So do they have they worked with Mark in the past, John? Like, have they done Mark variants
on a Monsters? Yeah, they early on they did a Monsters exclusive.
Okay.
It was a 2-cover exclusive of Dracula and Frankenstein coming at each other.
Mhm.
It was a Virgin and a Trade, and it actually was really cool. It worked out really well. But I don't know. Of course, Mark would be the perfect person to ask. You know why that. You know, beyond that, what happened with them? I don't know. I just know that they did have an exclusive at one time.
Because what was very interesting in this, and I think here's an example of, if you're a retailer, I think there's a very good lesson in saying to yourself, like, be cognizant of what you're going to say and how what you say can be bad. Trust me, that's something that I throw out the window on this channel a lot. But as a retailer who this is your business, there's sometimes you can say things that you might not think are a big deal, but can really kind of hinder your sales, right? Because you're alienating part of your audience. And I thought it was very interesting that this guy basically kind of laughed in the face of the people telling him, "Hey, man, don't do this. Don't sell these. You know, this is you're going to get in trouble for this." Let me go ahead and play this.
All right, well, I appreciate that. Thanks for the reality check. I appreciate that. Trust me, I know, Mark. It wouldn't be like that.
So basically, at that point, I'm guessing that somebody was saying to him, "Hey, man, you're going to get in trouble for this. Don't do this." And he kind of like, the thought process in my head is he's kind of like, I know Mark. I've done something with Mark. Mark's my friend. I'm not going to get in trouble for this.
I could tell you real quick what was being said because I was in that actual chat during that exact moment. There were a few guys from what used to be the Mark Spears Monsters Discord, like the exclusive Discord for him.
Yep.
There were a few of the members there in that chat. And because, of course, the minute this guy started posting that he was doing rip and ships, a couple of people reported into the Discord that this is happening. So a few of us went over there and I chimed in and I just said, because I kind of, like I said, I think I dealt with him a few times. And so I just said, dude, don't do this. I said, there's a letter that went out. I said, there's going to be big problems if you run a rip and ship. Now, showing the bag is, I don't think anybody would care if you show the bag.
No.
But he was actually saying he's going to run a rip and ship. He was given that option.
This is an open bag right here.
Well, yeah, he opened those, I think, just before he went live, or maybe just before we came on, and he was showing a couple of covers that he pulled, which is, again, now you're showing the product in the blind bag. So a couple of guys were trying to tell him it wasn't cool what he was going to do, and that, and then so he starts responding, well, I know Mark, as if he has some kind of history or friendship with Mark, which I didn't understand. Like, even if you did, you should know better. You know what I mean? Like, if you call yourself a friend, or like he's making it seem like he has some history, some friendship with him, then he should be respecting the dude, or at least reaching out to him and saying, look, I got these early. What do you, are you cool with me doing this? But you're going to sit there and act like a jerk off and then say, oh, I know Mark, and don't worry, he's not going to do anything. Dude, Lunar put out a letter and several emails to all of the distributors that were actually receiving these packages. Like, I know a couple of sellers that received their packages, and you know what they told me when they showed me the box? They didn't even show me the bags. They showed me the package, and they just said, I'm not touching this until a couple of days before the 15th.
So
I said, cool. That's the way to do it.
Let's remind everybody what happened. Lunar sent out, I believe, multiple emails. I believe
exactly.
Sean Hudachko, Sean Hudachko is in the chat, and he said they sent out multiple emails. And what's specifically interesting about this one that they sent out, rather than past blind bag issues, street date issues, this one is very specific that they say you can't even open them. And this isn't just from Mark Spears Monsters. This is all blind bags going forward. So they're trying to cover it, what they don't want people doing. So Lunar sent out these emails saying this, don't open them. Here's what, now you guys tell me if I'm right, because we have a couple people in here who have seen those Lunar emails. Chat, you let me know too. There's Sean. He says strictly prohibited. I'm going to send Sean a link and see if he wants to jump in here. But strictly prohibited from opening the bags, giving the bags to customers. And here's one thing I will say. Obviously, I'm biased because I want Mark to do well on anything. I love Mark's art. I love Mark as a person. He's become a really good friend of mine. And I think with a lot of people on here, we all kind of feel that same way. So we want to see him do well. But basically, you're hurting Mark, right? You're hurting Mark. If you say, oh, I know Mark, you're hurting Mark. But what Mark wants out of this is his fans to have a cool moment for the opening where they can all open them at once type deal. Covers get talked about. Oh, the days of opening, comic shops. Back when you used to walk into a comic shop and, you would grab the Walking Dead or Batman New 52 and you'd read it real quick and then you would talk to 5 other people about it. Like, that's what he wanted, right? He wanted his fans to have like this cool event. That's why he did the midnight event and all this stuff. And I think that's the thing to me. Like, I'm biased because I want to see that happen. So this is a very interesting conversation to have. But go ahead, John. Keep going, my friend.
Well, then what eventually happened is because he was being a jerk off. And again, I'm sorry, he's being a clown and he's like laughing about the whole situation. So because he's saying I didn't get any email, and so I said, you know what, dude, I have a copy of the email. I'll send it to you right now in Messenger. So I sent it to him. So he read it. So then now he's just like, well, this is this is that. So then Leg jumped in and Leg told him, and now he knows Leg a lot better than me, obviously, because when he said Leg, he said, well, I'm gonna ask Leg. Leg is in the chat, and I know Leg knows what's going on, so I'll respect what he says. So Leg said, nah, dude, don't do this. It's not cool. Like there's a specific thing that went out already. So basically he just reiterated what like 3 different people were telling him. He goes and the guys from the Discord, he fucking boots and blocks them because they're telling him something and he didn't want to hear it. And I think the reason why he didn't do that to me is because, like I said, I've been a customer in the past with them. So maybe, I got like a break or whatever and I didn't get booted and blocked. I don't know. Shortly after that, he starts, like I said, with these little funny comments and laughing about it. But then eventually he ended the stream.
Good
Because, like I said, I told him, I said,
decision. Yeah. Because here's the thing.
Yeah, but I'm wondering if somebody hit him up from Whatnot or something, like, because I think Mark was alerted. He was tagged in that chat, in that live chat. One of the guys from the Discord tagged Mark because Mark does have a Whatnot account. So he tagged his name, and I think Mark did show up. I just don't know if he said anything. I'm pretty sure he might have seen what was going on.
Yeah.
And but when he saw Mark's name chat, you could see his attitude change because like right away he was like, "Oh, is that the real Mark Spears you guys are tagging?" And it's like, "Yeah, of course." Like, what the fuck? And then all of a sudden, like not even a minute later, he just decided to end the stream. So
I'll play this real quick.
Yeah, I kind of agree on that. We will sell them.
What an idiot! Oh, what a loser!
Bro, banned.
So he banned
that's him
somebody?
banning one of the Discord guys.
Wow.
Yeah, because he was telling them like, dude, I think after they tagged Mark, like when he realized it was the real Mark, he's like now booting and banning them now.
So this was a pretty funny event that, it was just the first one that we saw. Now here's the problem, right? This is the problem. Let me go. Shout out to Trolls Comics, who is very knowledgeable in this Blindbag issue. He put out a post today.
Yeah, they asked me where
this is all
I learned to do this. So things
that are selling blind bags early. 10-7, 10-7, 10-6.
Now, are these all people who got them from Lunar or they got them from Keenspot?
Great question, Nate. Great question, Nate. Let me explain this.
Yeah.
So I'll explain this real quick.
Real quick, I'm just gonna say one thing real quick about some of those dates. Only because I know some sellers what do they call that? They pre-posted or pre-listed.
Yeah, so these are listed a long
thumbnail.
time ago.
Some of these guys are not in the know of that the date was changed, so they're assuming at some point they're gonna get their bags and there will be a drop on the 8th.
I got you.
So some of them really don't know because you got to remember, not everybody's watching YouTube and not everybody's also in a Discord. So I think some are just clueless and they just still have it up. Because I did reach out to a couple that I did recognize, and they said, "Dude, I didn't know," and that's it. So I don't know whether they're gonna take it down or not, but
So
Nor
here's
did they say they had their books.
this is the big thing about this. Now, listen, if I wouldn't be tripping out about this as much as I am, I would talk about it obviously because I don't like it's happening. But the thing is there are consequences now. Now, here's the question: will Lunar and Keenspot hold to those consequences? Let's answer Nate's question though first, because Nate asked, "How is this happening?" So, from what I'm hearing, based on public information, there is when everything was going fine at the printer, they were, everything was going good. They felt like they were good. They were going to make the deadline. The first books in the group off the printer went to Keenspot's orders. Now, you guys know Keenspot does sell books on its website. So, like, if you didn't want to order from Lunar, you don't have a Lunar thing, you could go order from Keenspot. A lot of us have ordered from Keenspot. They have these website-only comics that they sell on there. The only place you can get them. So a lot of people order from Keenspot. Well, Keenspot had sent those retailers that ordered from them, a couple of those retailers, their books, because at the time they thought everything was going to be sent out on time. So let's start sending them out, right? They need to start. The first one's off the line, they send. This is what I'm guessing. Now, we're going to ask Sean here in a second because he is a printer too, which is crazy. So we can talk about this, but we'll get to that in a second. So Keenspot sends out to some of the retailers that bought from them, Blindbags from the website, the books. Lunar has not sent any books to anybody yet, from what I'm hearing, or at least didn't send them in time for somebody to get them this early. When the issue happened at the printer, Lunar was notified, and obviously Lunar sent out that initial. Most people heard from a Lunar email that everything was being pushed back, even the midnight release date events that we planned. So very interesting. Sean, how you doing, brother?
Yo, good. Can you hear me okay? Test.
Yeah, you're good. So let me ask you this real quick. Is that normal to have, like, that doesn't seem like an issue, right? For what happened where Keenspot sent out the books, because at the time they thought everything was going good when they sent those books.
Yeah. No, if Keenspot got some from the printer and then they sent them out to, people who ordered them separately, it's not uncommon. Like, for example, many of the publishers, DC, Image, they'll send comps out to artists, and they get them sometimes way before retailers do. I've had that happen. Anyone that does exclusives has had it happen. A long time ago, there was actually a leak where somebody was getting comps and posting the retailer exclusives online before we even announced them. It was a big deal. So it's not uncommon. So, the only problem here would be if they're sending them directly to people, it's incumbent upon them to make sure that they pass the word to say, here's your order. By the way, don't forget, don't open or show these until this day.
Do you think that they did that? Do you think they did that? That it was big enough of a email and a presence for them for retailers, like, you should know this.
I don't know what I would have done. Of course, in a perfect world, hindsight, blah, blah, blah. But as soon as that street date changed, I would have been shitting bricks like, oh crap, we already shipped some of these out. Hey, we got to reach out to these guys and let them know.
Well,
street dates changed, because that would be my worry is, hey, maybe they didn't know that the street date changed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
totally. And so these retailers, they know how many retailers they sent to. So here's the thing about this, and there are consequences for this now. And we'll talk about whether or not we think the consequences are going to be laid down. But the consequences, from what I remember reading, and you guys tell me if I'm wrong or right, one, you will no longer get early delivery privileges from Lunar. And two, Keenspot, there's also a thing where Keenspot won't sell to you anymore from their website. Now, I'm not sure about the Keenspot one, but I'm pretty sure about the Lunar one. You guys tell me. What did you guys remember seeing?
Definitely remember the Lunar one was definitely in there. And for those of you that don't know, not getting books ahead of time is a big pain in the ass, especially for brick and mortars. That is a huge deal. Because a lot of times having that extra day to get everything bagged and boarded up on shelves, organized, I mean, it takes a day or two. If you've got good staff, you can do it in a day, but stores rely on that, getting those books in on Sundays and Mondays and Saturdays to get them prepped up and ready for the Wednesday sale date. So that's a big deal.
Yeah, it is a big deal.
What about if you actually bought from Keenspot, or like whoever this person was, and they bought from Keenspot, they sold them early, then Keenspot says, hey, we're not going to sell to you anymore. Then you just ship to Lunar.
Well, Lunar's going to know who that seller is too now.
That's what I was going to ask, if there's some kind of connection too, where they're going to say, hey, we're going to flag these guys because of what they did.
Yeah, there's systems in place. At least I know there was with Diamond. I'm sure there is with Lunar. I'm sure there is with Penguin. But there's systems in place to allow specific things for specific retailers, so they can flag it in there pretty easily that they're not allowed to order Lunar. They could. I'm sure there's a little.
I do the wrong thing. It kind of gets scorched earth. It goes across everybody's database. Okay.
As soon as you log into Lunar's website, it's been there for like 2-3 weeks. I just sent you a screenshot of it, Brian. As soon as you log into it, it's right there. It says Retail Advisory, Lunar Distribution Blind Bags. You click on it, and it's right there. It's at the very top of the Lunar website.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's been there for like 3 weeks. It's been there forever.
For a while.
So,
and anytime they make a change, they do that. You know, it's
now
always
these
right
are
there on the main page.
Yeah, it's updated. So not only is there an email, but it's right there at the very top with all the other, updated things that people need to know.
Yeah.
Hey, Sean and James, real quick. If you're not ordering directly from Lunar, let's say he's directly ordering from Keenspot, would he be in the know of the rules of engagement with this order?
No, there is a very odd possibility here that they ordered him directly from Keenspot. They got him in, and they were like, "Let's effing go, man! We got the bags in." And then because he just lives in a, under a rock with his head up his ass and doesn't, that's. I don't know. I got lots of thoughts on this, but that very, very well is a possibility. That's why I say it falls upon Keenspot, who shipped them to these guys directly, to make sure they're passing the word. As soon as you take the distribution out of the distributor's hand, you're responsible for passing all the word that the distributor would do to your customers. Now you have to do it because you want to sell directly to people. Yeah,
it's exactly what Sean was saying. I mean, again, there's checks and balances with Lunar, and there was with and Diamond and Penguin, and to where they will distribute that information freely to retailers. But who's to know that this guy even has a Lunar account? I would assume he does. I mean, he's not a small fucking seller. But no. We don't know. And we're talking about one person, but there's 30 other sellers out there that certainly don't have Lunar accounts that did order Spears books, that are going to sell them on Whatnot, or eBay Live. And those guys, if they don't have the accounts and they're not paying attention, like Sean said, at that point, it was up to Lunar to go through everybody that ordered directly through them and make sure that they were contacted directly.
Yeah, it's not worth it so it's not difficult to get a Lunar account. Like, not to go down this rabbit hole here, but it's not hard to get a Lunar account. It really isn't. But most guys, it's not worth their time because they're getting 35% discount. So you can't sell on Whatnot at a 35% profit margin because they're taking, whatever off the top. Anyway, so yeah, some of these guys, they probably don't have Lunar accounts, and maybe they are buying direct from Keenspot. But again, Keenspot needs to pass word to these guys. If they want to sell directly to avoid distributor fees or whatever they're trying to do, they gotta take that. We need a communication from Keenspot on this. They owe some people an answer on this, for real.
They do,
Like-
and
Going to
they
Brooklyn,
made a
actually.
comment. So they did make a comment. Jesse, I sent
Yeah.
you a link on the Facebook if you want to jump on. So they did make a comment. Okay, this was International Comics. Josh, he made a post about it. Now, okay, so I'm just going to say this: there are things that you hear behind the scenes very early, and sometimes they're true, sometimes they're not. I'll just say that. So. It's hard when there is no news service out here for this type of stuff. There used to be, right? I think there there used to be magazines and this and that, but it's social media now where this lives. So the interesting thing is International Comics Josh of course made a post about it, and Keenspot replied. Here's what Josh said on his post. He said, I think it's time Lunar holds themselves a little bit accountable here. Shame on Sleeping Giant for not only selling these 2 weeks early, but shame on Lunar for getting them into their hands 2 weeks early. Edit. Shame on Keenspot for shipping these early. Lunar is looking into the account. I want to know if Lunar is going to look into their own employees to see who is shipping the stuff to their friends 2 weeks early. Lunar can send out all the Blindbag emails they want, but clearly they also give zero shits about Blindbags. If they do care, some of their staff will be let go accordingly. I don't care what Lunar has to say anymore on any topics they deem important. It's time Lunar stops passing the blame and takes some responsibility here. Here's the problem with a post like this. It has nothing to do with Lunar.
No.
That's the problem with this post. It has nothing to do with Lunar. So good on Keenspot because they responded to this. Keenspot says this is not the fault of Lunar. This violating retailer is one of 6 that ordered from Keenspot in large enough quantity that we had copies shipped to them directly from the printer. They were warned to respect the street date of October 15th or there would be penalties. They also ordered a significant number of copies from Lunar. Early this morning, we reported their street date break to Lunar, and they immediately responded with several penalties from them. This is the sad situation that we hope will not be repeated by anyone, or there will be consequences for them. It's sad that Keenspot should have just put out a press release about this, right? They shouldn't. This should have been a press release that, shout out to Cover Price would put out, Key Collector would put out, Bleeding Cool. That should be a press release. It's sad that comics like stuff like this that we got to hear about comes from social media. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love that social media is great, but in the scheme of things, this should have been a big story on a big comic news site. Jesse, how's it going, brother?
Yeah. I am doing fantastic. You guys are being way too nice tonight. These guys are freaking scum. Let me tell you something. We don't get any lollipops in this business. We don't get any toys in this business because of dumb ass mother effers that knew what they were doing beforehand. This laughing it off. I know, Mark, that's bull crap. You were trying to get a dime on everybody else before it freaking happened. Keenspot let them know. Do not sell this stuff while it was in transit. I have seen the transcripts, guys. I know what is going on because of certain things. But at the end of the day, Keenspot told Lunar they did not pre-ship to anybody. And at the end of the day, they freaking lied. All right. You can say you sold to 6. You could say you sold to 1. Don't ship stuff 2 weeks early when it's this freaking big.
Yeah, but you gotta get. I feel like you gotta give them a flyer here. Now, tell me if I'm wrong. I'm throwing this out there. At the time they shipped this, they thought everything was going according to plan and that everything was going to. Yes, they did. Yes, they did.
No, they did not. Brian, when is the ship date for this? If nothing went wrong, when would be the ship date?
The
Next
8th.
Thursday, Friday.
Right.
Well,
exactly.
It wouldn't be the 8th. It would probably be the 5th.
Even before.
No. If everything was going right, we should have got them Thursday, Friday.
Thursday,
so that's
Friday,
when he got
Saturday.
him. That's when he
2
got
days
them.
ago.
So
no, he got these last week on the
No.
1st.
No, he got these Thursday. How do you know he got them last week? Did Keenspot come
The
out and say
first was
that?
Wednesday. The
Yeah.
first is 3 days ago, brother.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
So he would have got them when it would have supposed to be if it didn't get pushed back to the 15th and it still would have been the 8th, he would have got them at the right time as everybody else.
No, he would not have. He should have gone on either yesterday or today.
Yeah, yesterday, today, or tomorrow would have
Right.
been the day.
We get ours sometimes on Thursday on the 2nd. Sometimes our Lunar will come in on the 2nd. Now, granted,
So-
we live 2 hours away from Lunar, but
So you're telling me, Sean, that let's say 5 days after we knew these were then be delayed, that Keenspot didn't notify this guy at all.
yeah,
during
that's what I
transit.
was saying.
That's what
Is
you're saying. I
is
can
Keenspot
guarantee
should've-
I guarantee you they were notified by Keenspot.
Yeah, they were notified. by
Guaranteed
Keenspot,
110%.
Well, according to this post Brian just put up, yeah, they said that. They said, yeah, they said it right there.
I want to
They were-
continue reading this
they
real quick.
respect the
So,
street date.
so Josh responds at Keenspot. I have one follow-up question. The retailers that got these books were the books shipped to them before the email that stated due to sorting they were being held until everybody could get them shipped at the same time, which is what I'm saying. Was the sorting complete or not complete? And if so, are the retailers that got the bags sorted correctly or not? How could they be if they were not sorted all the way through for randomization? Now, let me tell you how they could be. And he's not thinking this out because he doesn't know. He's in the world that I was in before I started working with, before I was a Padawan in this industry, where all the Jedis told me, Brian, you know nothing about this industry. That's where Josh is right now. Basically, they thought that the randomization was working good, but it's not that the randomization supposedly wasn't working good, or we don't know that yet, to be honest. I will say that. But if the randomization was working good, it's a time thing. It was the randomization was working, but it wasn't putting them in the bags fast enough or randomizing them fast enough to have them out at the time they said. So the first one's coming off. They're thinking everything's working good. They must have had a problem in the process, which was the foils, which we've heard about. That I think was the problem in the process to cause the slowdown, right? When that slowdown happens, then they say, hey, we don't have enough time to get the rest of the bags done, randomized properly because of the issue we had. Maybe they had, Sean, you're a good example of this. Maybe they had to fix something on the printer to, how they were holding the books, something, when this issue happened with the foils. So it's a time issue. I don't know if it's a randomization issue because, he could be right. It could be a randomization issue because we don't know if the randomization is good or not. We haven't seen it, but that's my thought process. Sean, what do you think? Do you think that if they had a problem with the randomization at the printer during the process, it would slow them down and then they would have to ask for an extension? Or do you think that this whole time they knew it was wrong?
There could have been a lot of things. It could have been the randomization. It could have been the actual bagging of the books themselves, because that's not a small task for a machine to do, especially if they're not expecting 350,000 of these things.
Right.
It could have been the extra things they were adding into it. Like we all saw that video of them putting that little coupon in one of the foils without gloves on, and then he puts it into the machine. Little things like that could slow it down. There's so many things that it could have been, but if they say it was randomization issues, then okay. If that's the fact, then like you said, Brian, they better be randomized when we all open them next Wednesday. Next Wednesday.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
We'll find out. But yeah, that definitely could have been it for sure.
Let me continue this. So Keenspot.
Brian, let me
ahead,
ask you something real fast. Did anybody else, so he said he shipped to 6 people. Has anybody else other than this one Jamoke shown this product?
I don't think so. I don't know though. John, James, Jeff, anybody on the panel tonight. Hood, what's up, brother? Have any of you guys seen anybody selling anything other than this guy?
Not yet, but I'm sure that as it gets closer to next weekend, I'm sure we'll see a couple.
There's no one selling them, but I promise you those guys, and again, you can't control this, but the guys that got those 6 retailers that got those shipments, I guarantee you they're already cracking them things open, getting them ready for sell, sorting them, trying to see what's what, getting some eBay listings ready to go.
Yeah.
So let me continue here.
If I'm not mistaken, I think they're supposed to be at New York Comic Con too. So that's going to be interesting to see if they bring the bags with them.
What's the actual street date now? Like when are they actually able to sell them? Because is it before or after NYCC?
October 15th.
The 15th.
So if I'm a guy
Midnight
and
the
I get them
15th.
early and I'm at NYCC, I'd be selling them all day long. Like what's going to happen?
Well, that's what's going to happen.
You're
if
going to
they
make
find
money.
out. Let me answer this because this is a big issue. Because at some point in this, Josh starts complaining that I'm giving away books at New York Comic Con and how it's like one of the worst things in the world. What Josh doesn't realize is when it got pushed back to the 15th and Lunar put out a statement saying nobody can open them before the 15th, we decided we can't open them at New York. So that got canceled a long time ago. I am not going to have bags at New York Comic Con, unfortunately, because it would have been probably some of the best promotion for Mark's Monsters December blind bags that he would have got. And now Keenspot and Mark is not going to get that. And that's a big bummer because people complain about 100 bags out of 350,000 being given away for promotional. That kind of pisses me off. Again, I'm in my feelings a bit. I'll take what the panel
There's
says.
a term called de minimis.
Yeah.
That's probably important to know. It doesn't matter. It's immaterial.
So I said this last week. Like, if these guys want to sell them, you can't stop them. But I tell you what, if one of these motherfuckers pulls a 1 of 1 and the unholy one, tell Mark not to honor it. He said, sorry, you opened it before the street date. I'm not going to honor the 1 of 1. Go fuck yourself.
I want to high five.
And also, the randomization piece.
What happens
if randomization doesn't happen?
Amen.
You start seeing like.
And can you imagine that on the street? You pull
the
a ticket. Can you imagine that? You pull the ticket on the street, and then knowing that you're not going to be able to honor it.
Yeah, but no one's selling them. You know what would be worse? Would be worse if these guys get them early. Well, this could happen to everybody because we're all going to get them a few days before. But
I'm
if
just
people
saying,
already
if
cracking them open,
they open them up early, and they pull that 1 of 1. I told Mark not to honor that 1 of 1 because it was pulled before street date.
Yeah, well, what could be even
How
worse?
embarrassing would it be to that streamer cracking those things open if they open them?
Honestly, the worst part would be if
right
the bags were like the last time where everyone got the same issue or something along those lines before, because that would come out way ahead of time, and then it's like, well, either I'm sitting on gold.
What would suck is just like in sports cards. Like once that 1 of 1 is pulled, the rest of the value goes down, right?
Right.
So what happens at midnight on Tuesday, Wednesday midnight, 1 in the morning, or midnight release.
Yeah.
As soon as it turns midnight, someone's like, "I got a 1 of 1, guys! Look, because I opened it 4 days ago."
Right. Exactly.
All the interest wanes.
Well, one of the crazy things to think about as a retailer, I ordered 1,000 of these. Can I open up my store with blind bags and 50 that have been pre-opened?
Well, I mean, probably as soon as there's really no rule against that.
Right. But can I charge the market rate for all the variant covers?
Yeah, it's your store. You can do whatever you want, charge whatever you want.
That I'm just asking.
That's what I'd say. Yeah, I'll tell you right now, we're not selling them for $5.99. No way, not anymore. There's no FOC's passed. They might be allocated. In my opinion, anybody selling those for $6, unless you pre-ordered them on the pull list. No, not us. Anyway.
Yeah. Price has gone up. Price of the brick has gone up, baby.
All right. Well, I want to jump in and just tell you guys that these guys are horrible people that ruin the fun part of this industry for us as retailers. We only get about 4 or 5 great nuggets a year. Everything else is just, this is the week. Mm-hmm. We had midnight release planned on this. We ordered 1,000 copies. This is our chance to get ahead a little bit into the month. And then these jamokes come out and this happens. Keenspot, just be freaking smart, man.
Hold on, Jesse. Don't leave yet, because here's what I wanted to say. Keenspot responded because Josh asked him, when did these get shipped? And this is what I'm saying. This is the type of stuff that, like, you know, sometimes you hear behind the scenes. They were shipped a day before the email was sent by Lunar, but after sorting. The book was delayed a week because all 350,000 copies printed were not bagged for pickup yet, but the randomization happened before bagging. Which doesn't make a lot of sense, to be honest, because...
No, it does, bro. It does to me.
Okay.
It does to me, because what they do is, obviously, you have to randomize them before you bag them. So think about the printing process. They print them all. Then somebody's got to literally, by hand, randomize these things.
Right.
Well, can I tell you something, though? Do you remember that video? Yeah. Do you remember in that video... They had that where when they put the book on top of the other books, and then they went and put another stack of books on there. They weren't randomized.
No, they look the same.
They were all sketch covers, black, white sketch covers.
They look the same.
Yeah, so that's kind of bullshit. Like, listen, here's the thing. And if this happens, you guys, I don't think this is Keenspot's. This is not Keenspot's like albatross right here. This is the printer's albatross. Because if the printer is saying that randomization was completed, they had like a month to do it. They asked for an extra couple weeks. They got an extra couple weeks to do it. If it's not randomized when it gets to you guys and you guys are pulling multiples out of there, this is a printer issue. And I don't know what to say at this point, because there's only so many printers that can handle this type of volume, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. Well, there's only so many that do the bags, period.
Yeah.
And the one important thing to know here, just in business in general, business 101, is if I went to Lunar and I bitched and I said, you need to notify everybody and I want you to call everybody. Well, they're not going to call 1,500 retailers. Keenspot only had to call 6.
Mm-hmm.
That's all you had to do. You forget about emails. Forget about texts. Forget about having these conversations with other people. Have the conversation with those retailers. Pick up the phone and tell them in person. You eliminate all this. But the notion is we're just going to conduct business the cheesy ass way and hope that these 6 stores, and I think it's more than 6, but these 6 stores stay in line. Listen, I have in no way, shape, or form give Keenspot any leeway on this. Be a freaking business, protect your brand, protect Spears' brand, and protect the rest of the retailers.
Derek,
I'm out because I'm just getting madder as I go, and I don't want Sean to leave the show. He should stay because I've already jumped on Sean for doing this. So, but see what Sean did? Sean said, I won't do this again, right?
Yeah, with the DC Batman bags. Yeah, it was like, my bad. Sorry. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Sean, when you brought up the baseball card reference, I was thinking about what Hood said. Because, if you pull like a Ohtani now, it's autographed on like 2019, boom, and you're probably not getting it if there's a redemption card. And I don't know if there's a disclaimer on Hood on the 101, but it should be like if there's not fine print on there, there should be something where if this gets pulled before the street date, it is invalid.
Nate, so here's the thing about this. Here's the thing about this. Unfortunately, most of the stuff that you say you should have done with the Halloween bags, you can't do anymore. They've been printed. They've been put in the bags. They're coming out.
They're going for the Christmas bags.
Yeah, you got it. Any problems that they have should be fixed now for the Christmas bags. If those Christmas bags have the same problems, this printer needs to take some.
I think it's kind of like learning, like when he was doing the cards, and like when Clutch got his, and they were all the same card. You're just kind of they're learning on each time. So that time it was like going from one printer to the other for the randomization, and then this time it's hey, if you're getting it early, there's going to have to be the disclaimers on the the tickets if they do the same thing for the Christmas.
So somebody asked, why is the randomization on the printer? And I'll tell you this, it's not. It's actually a courtesy that printer is doing for them.
And they sold it to them, though. I think that That was sold to them. That was what they
That
were
was part of
looking
the
for.
service they offered.
So that's part
Yeah.
of the service they offer. So
Yeah.
that is on them.
Yeah, and that's what I was going to say. So it's either up to, and the publisher works that out. It's either up to the distributor to do the randomization. I'm sure Lunar said no. If I was him, I'd be like, hell no. And then, can you imagine the manpower it would take to randomize 350,000 comics to come to you?
Hey,
And
Sean,
Sean,
let
me
me
ask you-
printers. Could like IWCO, who does like the printing for like the American Express, like when you start getting the credit card offers in the mail, is that the kind of size printer that you have to have for something like that? For something like this?
That's a small, easy. There's
Right.
there's different,
Because they're all the same.
The big, massive machines up in Canada, like that these guys use. These things can print stuff that you can even imagine, any size, any paper. They can handle everything. These machines cost millions of dollars. It's stupid.
Right.
How much these guys use, like Dynamic Forces, the Dynamite uses these guys. They print these big stuff up in Transcon up in Canada. That's the big one.
So
that's who they're
Sean,
with.
let me ask you real
That's who
fast.
the printer is.
So do you think they bundle them randomized in 1,000, 250, 500, and 1,000? Is that how they're randomized? Because that's what most people ordered.
Man, I have no idea how they did it, brother.
Well, wouldn't that be the smart way to do it?
Well,
No,
yeah, I mean,
they should
I
randomize them all
could-
as they go.
Yeah, I could think of how I would have done it, but I've been thinking about this a lot, right? How do you randomize these books? Because I'm working on my own blind bag for Power Hour with my printer stuff, and the only way I can figure out to do it is by manually laying them out in piles with like 5 or 6 people doing these things, and I'm only going to make about 1,000 blind bags, and it's probably going to take us 2 or 3 days. I can't imagine 350,000 of
That's
them.
why I think you got to give a little bit of leeway for not only even though the printer has made some mistakes and Keenspot's made some mistakes, you got to give a little bit of leeway here because this has never been done before. Monster and the Wolf broke the record for blind bags by 150,000. You guys, the most blind bags ever made was for Battle Beast, which was 200,000. A Monster and the Wolf blind bag.
Are you asking for though? But what leeway?
Here's the leeway I'm asking for. The leeway I'm saying is you got to give them a little bit of hey, these type of problems are going to happen because it's the first time it's being done. But here's the thing. Ultimately, they've messed up too many times. The printer in my opinion, has messed up too many times. If they're going to continue to use them for for Monsters number 8, December's blind bag, there's got to be some I don't know, maybe they're going to have to give them something back in return, some breaks, or the assurances that this will not happen. If it happens, they don't pay for it. I don't know what else to think. I'm not in that industry, so I don't know.
But okay, I'm gonna ask one more question. Then I really gotta go. What is the issue here? The issue is the main issue straight date.
No, there's multiple issues here, man. There's so many issues.
What's the main issue? Why did this come up? Because someone broke street date. So do we?
The main issue is that it didn't get put out at the time it was supposed to be put out.
No. But the main issue that we're calling out these dumbasses is because they broke street date, not because the printer screwed up and Keenspot sent them early.
It's one of the issues.
Street date. So we need to start off by saying no matter what happens, how do we fix it so people follow street date? And if you solve that issue, then all the other stuff that you're talking about, Bryan, is easy. But you got to get people to, and I hate saying this because we're in the comic book world, and I know you guys are going to laugh, but we got to get people to follow the rules. And that's just the way it works.
Well, and I think Lunar did as good a job as they possibly could have done to pass the word. They did the most asbestos job they could have done. They sent multiple emails. It's been at the top of their website for 2-3 weeks.
Yeah.
They're very, very, very clear about it. So I think Lunar did the best they could. I think, again, this falls on Keenspot for not communicating directly to, if they say it's only 6, like you said, Jesse, a blazing 6 people, call them. If you want to take the distributor's job away from the distributor, then now you have to take the responsibility of everything that you're asking the distributor to do.
Correct. Yeah.
So it's 100, no matter how you look at it, it's on Keenspot. I mean, yes, it's on the dude that broke the street date, of course, right? But then, okay, it's
what happens
the
if Lunar
distributor did
doesn't
everything they
hold him to the fire? If Lunar doesn't, what happens if Lunar doesn't take away his privileges? Because Lunar
Yeah.
and Keenspot are both going to have to come out and say, these are the rules that were broken, and if they continue to be broken, this is going to happen. This is what we did. We took away his privileges. Keenspot says he can't order from the site anymore. You know, those
right.
It needs to be said.
Let me ask you this, Brian. If this guy had a account with Lunar, now we don't know if he does or not, but if he did have an account with Lunar, why is he ordering from Keenspot?
So
Well, a lot of people do
Keenspot's
that.
statement in that Instagram post, they did allude to the fact that they reached out to Lunar about that account and that they do have a Lunar account.
Okay. So the question is, if they had an account,
I could tell you probably why. I could be wrong about this, but one or two things. One, he could have been using Keenspot to get all his Mark Spears Monster books for a long time, and he's just used to it, right? Two, the other thing is he already passed FOC for ordering with Lunar, and he went to Keenspot to order them because you can up until the other day you could have bought them.
Yeah. Keenspot still had some available until like last week.
So my thing is, here's what you want. You don't want any of these guys to open them up. That's the main thing, right?
Yeah.
You don't want them to be opened up on a stream.
Yeah.
Right.
Before
if they're going to
street
sell
date.
them, right? You can't do anything about them selling. Just don't fucking open them up.
Yeah.
And that was my whole thing. That if you open them up and on live on a stream, that's where I said, like, if they just luckily pull a one of one, Mark doesn't have to honor it, and that would curtail this, because what an embarrassment that would be if you're opening it up on a stream and you pull it and you say, okay, you know, this went for $100. Oh, he got it, but it's not going to be honored.
Yeah, but I mean, the chances of him doing that, I mean, that is a good point, Hood, for sure. They should do that. I agree. But again, what if they don't pull a one-on-one? The chances are pretty slim.
But that would be, that would be at least something.
Yeah.
Right.
To blunt.
I just think that, you know, these accounts are private and they don't need to make a public announcement of the consequences of what happened to this guy, obviously. But, you know,
But as a collector, don't bid on them. You know what I mean?
Oh man, trust me, people are gonna bid.
I got it.
I've called so many shady people
break
out.
the rules.
Look at what's his face. Who was that dude that you talked to forever, Brian? The super shady whatnot seller guy that talked. You could barely understand him. Epic. Look at Epic. How many times did everybody talk smack about Epic and people are still in his stream?
Love his stuff, right?
Well, this does bring up a quick question, and Jesse, I'm glad you're still here for this.
Yep.
What about the live selling platforms? Like, is it their job to say, hey, Lunar said you couldn't do this, but you're doing it? Both eBay Live and whatnot, and I think those are the two main ones that I can think of.
Right. So eBay, whatnot, provide a platform for people to sell product. They don't have a platform that says, "Oh my gosh, we're going to follow what Lunar tells us to do," and we don't have a platform that says what Keenspot tells us to do.
I agree.
However, there are ways for Lunar, if they really wanted to be serious about this, could contact eBay, could contact whatnot and say, listen, we just want to relay what our rules are. And if you can help us maintain that, we appreciate that. And if you don't, it is what it is. But eBay is not obligated to follow Lunar rules. What they're obligated to is to provide a platform that has set rules that they have set with their own sellers.
Yeah, I said the same thing about whatnot. If they're not violating whatnot's terms of service, whatnot doesn't care. Whatnot seems more worried about making sure there's no boobies on their streams anymore than anything else.
Right.
Well,
So
Whatnot
people-
doesn't care if they do violate terms of service.
People keep
Like,
asking in
let's
the
be honest
chat
here.
why the 2-week delay. Again, the 2-week delay was because the printer didn't feel that they could finish all the bags by the time the original set date. And not only finish them, but randomize them in a way that was acceptable. So they asked for one extra week, 2 extra weeks. Sorry,
Right.
it was originally supposed to be the 1st. They moved it to the 8th, and then they moved it to the 15th. The printer asked this, and this was because they felt they couldn't get the acceptable randomization done correctly, and they were having a problem with the foils either sticking to other books, when they were getting to put in the bags, or sticking to the bags. And in my thought process, I used to run an engineering test lab for a defense contractor, aerospace defense contractor. That's a crazy job. I had these crazy machines. I had to keep up to date all the time. I had to treat them like a baby, right? The printer is the same way. That print machine is a baby. You have to treat it with soft hands. You change anything on it, it's going to change the output. So the output got changed, which slowed down the process, in my opinion. And that's probably why the 2nd week delay happened. Now, I'm not sure. The printer ultimately doesn't owe us anything. But it would be nice to find out, for them to put a statement out. But obviously, they probably won't, because they don't owe us shit. But they do owe Keenspot now, to be honest. They definitely owe Keenspot.
So this JC Comics and stuff put in the chat too. Like, so I ordered 4,000 copies of this thing, right? I'm going to be allocated, apparently. Are they canceling website orders too because they got to allocate their guys? Like, that's probably part of the question, is why some people order. If I would have known I could have ordered directly from Keenspot, I probably would have ordered a few copies.
Well, it's because, like I said, Sean, before they were notified that it was going to be past the 8th, they already shipped those books, right? Because they were the first probably off the printer, and Keenspot said, "Hey, ship these out first because these are going to our customers." And they probably have done that this whole time. So that's probably why that happened, in my opinion. I don't know if that's the truth, but
yeah, I just don't know. Like, okay, so now it's allocated.
Who said that's allocated? Who told you you're allocated?
I've been hearing this. I have no confirmation. I just keep hearing
other
people talking about that they're going to be allocated. And I'm like, how?
I haven't seen anything
you
in
are
Lunar
not
saying
being allocated, dude.
Okay, thank God.
Yeah.
hopefully not.
If you're allocated, call me. I'll give you what you didn't get. I know you got.
Oh shit! And if that's the case, I got allocated 500.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
I'm short 1,000, Jesse. Just give it over to me.
Yeah. No, I know that, but still, the whole idea is we want to create a fair playing ground, and that's what Lunar talks about, creating a fair playing ground for everybody that orders 50 to the person who orders 4,000. And the way to do that is to really go out there and represent this industry very well. Keenspot, that's great that you put out an Instagram or I don't even know how they got that letter out, because they didn't get it out to everybody. They just got it out to the platform that mattered to them, not realizing there's platforms that are relevant to us, Facebook and other places. So at the end of the day, listen, we're going to have fun when we get these in. We're going to sell a whole bunch of these, and people are going to have a great time with them. Everybody in there that's saying, well, mark this. Mark's job is to create the book, and those people do all of this. So don't
real
think
quick,
Mark
hold on,
has,
Jesse, because there's a lot of people in the chat that are saying that this sleeping giant guy is not the problem. Who cares if he did this, and that, and that he's going to be fine. You can say that, but you guys don't understand. If he loses privileges, if they hold him to the fire and he loses those privileges, and if he's a decent size retailer, that's going to hurt him. Just like James said, especially if he's a comic, if he's a brick and mortar shop, losing those early deliveries is a big deal.
Yes.
And not
correct.
being able to buy from Keenspot anymore is an even bigger deal if he has a relationship with them, which it sounds like he does, because he's had a Mark Spears exclusive through Keenspot before, which 90% of the time that means he's dealing with Keenspot and not Mark.
Right, exactly. So that's my whole point. So, let Mark do what he's doing. He's got a lot of stuff he's got on his plate that he's got to do, move forward with. So don't bug him with emails on this. Trust me, this is going to be taken care of. There's ways for retailers in this industry to get blacked out and darked out and all that stuff, and we know how that works. But at the end of the day, our job is to look forward and let's take care of the customers that are then be in front of us that want these bags or they have fun. And that's the key about this. I'm not gonna, after I get offline with this, I'm going live, I'm gonna do my show, I'm gonna completely forget about this happened. Yes, I did a post and I called this guy everything in the world, but that's immaterial. My customers want great comic book therapy, and that's what I'm going to give them. I appreciate you guys letting me be on the Diaz with all you guys. You guys rock and roll. I respect all of you.
Jesse, I got a question before you
Sure.
get, or actually two questions.
Sure.
One is, if I'm a retailer, do I get the same discount going to Lunar that I get going directly to Keenspot?
Probably.
What's your second question?
Why aren't you wearing an Iron Maiden t-shirt?
Why am I not wearing an Iron Maiden t-shirt? Because today is pie day for me, and every Saturday before my show, I have a piece of pie, and so I wear my pie shirt and my taco shirt as a ritual, and then I switch up. I actually do sell Iron Maiden shirts in my store, so if you're in DeLand, Florida, no, anyways, I'm not going to go through that. The other thing is, technically, the percentage that you get at Lunar and at Penguin and technically at Diamond is a fair balance.
I would think it'd be a larger discount with them
Right.
directly versus Keenspot.
Based on a yearly buy. So if you're going to Keenspot, we're hoping that Keenspot does the same thing and says, well, this is what you order from us yearly. This is what your percentage would be. If this was a one-time big buy from Keenspot and they were matching Lunar, I'd be kind of ticked off about that. And if Lunar knows about this, I think Lunar should look about that discount rate as well, because it should not be the same rate as Lunar.
All right.
That's up to the publisher. They set that with Lunar and with themselves.
Right, exactly. So everybody, I'll go ahead.
No, I was going to ask you, like, when have you seen an event like this with the amount of covers by one artist and the possibility with these unique covers and just the scale of this?
Well, what's funny is when we did the quote unquote mystery bags, the white bag, the black bag, and the silver bag, the platinum bag for Death of Superman, it was all the same book, but everybody bought 10 and 15 of it, regardless of knowing what's inside it. So this has been done before, but not on a notion that you're getting more for your dollars. So if someone buys 10 of these and they're expecting at least 7 different covers, I think that's huge. And I think that's fantastic. And I think people are going to have fun. What I love about this is the trading factor that people are going to have with their friends. Hey, I got 2 of these. I need 1 of those. You got 2. The people bringing them back in the store, and we're doing X, Y, Z, and making this an event that lasts a long time. Weeks out is what this event should be. So yes, we have had events like this, midnight releases for Walking Dead with, Sean, did you do the Walking Dead 100s?
Oh yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. 25 covers, 30 covers, all at one time. And you saw what you were getting. Right. So I think this notion that we're playing, I know you guys say blind bags, I say mystery bags, are the same thing, but the notion that people get to actually, and I know some of you guys are out there talking about gambling. Forget about that right now. Just imagine you're working hard, you're buying 10 bags for XYZ, and you then get a little bit cool comic book therapy with your friends. You get to brag a little bit. You get to go on Facebook. You get to rip these open and all that, or you get to buy on a live stream, Sean's live stream, or
they're cheaper than card packs now.
Yeah, exactly. So
great point.
Well, I think, Red, the question is, 10 years from now, will we remember the Monsters blind bag and what it actually brought to the comic book community as a whole, I think is very important.
Good shit. All right, Jesse.
guys,
Thanks, brother.
I gotta
Later,
get out
bro.
there. Later.
All right, so before we end drama alert, and Sean, you can bounce whenever too, brother. You know how it works around here, but I would love to get your thoughts on this too, and everybody else's thoughts. Another quick drama alert segment. Did you guys hear about this shoe seller on Whatnot getting raided? Did you guys hear about this?
No.
Oh, this is crazy.
I
Check
heard.
this out.
I heard.
That's amazing.
Oh yeah.
Play it.
So this is who is this?
Good pause.
That was a great pause.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The shoe
Yeah, look at
seller
that,
getting
look at
raided.
that,
I
dude.
thought we were peaking at Epic Nation. But
Yeah, this is
good.
crazy, dude. This is a comic or a shoe seller on Whatnot that had been selling fake shoes, and they get raided by the FBI live on Whatnot. This is crazy.
Yeah.
Check this out.
Run it,
Yeah,
baby.
he was actually.
You wanna
he
step
was in the
back,
middle
Van
of a
Axe?
sale.
Oh, that's not...
Go ahead, John.
No, he was in the middle of a sale, and one of his employees was telling him in the background. They heard knocking on the door, and he goes, "What is that?" And then the employee said, "There's a whole bunch of." I think he said a whole bunch of cops outside. And
Yeah,
he's like, "Are you serious?" And he's like,
Play it.
They're
it was
called
pretty
cool,
hilarious.
They're called Cool Kicks, I think they're called.
Yep.
I thought it was their reward kicks.
Hold on here. Let me find this. Where did I find it?
Yeah, if I ran out the front door while they were in the back.
Yeah, I'm on the verge of crying. I think this is absolutely hysterical.
So look, this is the FBI.
Bro, that's insane, bro. That's insane, bro. How old are you? Bro, you're a hoe. How old are you? You're a hoe. How old are you? You got hoed by a 22-year-old. How old are you? How old are you? Yes, bro, because it's embarrassing.
Yeah, this is them. They got
that. No, but that's not the video of the guy being raided while he was live. There's another video where he's in the middle of a sale, and then he turns around and he's like, "Who is that? What's that noise?" And then the guy says, "There's like a bunch of cops
Can you send that one to Brian? John,
No, I have
can you
it.
send
I
that
just
to
gotta
Brian?
find it. I just gotta find it. Yeah, it's crazy.
I don't have the
dude.
link.
Man, if Epic was selling it, he'd get a whole bunch of comics and put them in a trash bag and say they were blind bag.
But you wouldn't understand them.
And they would sell out though for sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but
For sure.
but his whole account is offline. Everything like everything got wiped out right after that.
Here we
It's
go.
funny how that works with the FBI.
Cool Kicks founder taken into custody during live stream after LAPD raids. Let's see if we can find this.
That's awesome.
It's got to be out there because it is the craziest thing to see somebody live and the guy's turning around like, who is that?
All right,
It's
guys,
like,
so we got
the
breaking
cops
news
outside.
right
There
now.
it is. That's
Cool
it. That's it.
Kicks was raided yesterday live on Whatnot. Of it happening live.
What the fuck was that?
This is Adele, the owner of Cool Kicks.
What is that? Here? Chat? I don't know. What the fuck is happening? Did somebody swat us? I'll be back, chat. Is it really? Is it prank?
SWAT. Yeah, right.
So this apparently happened at their warehouse in LA. This was not at the stores. This was in the warehouse that we'll talk about a little bit more going forward. Now, this is the actual outdoor of the warehouse of the swatting that took place. Very quick.
Oh, man.
Look at
You
that.
see trailers, you see shoes being pushed up in the back, you see tons of police, you see helicopters. I mean, it's like a murder happened almost. It's wild. So that was posted, and then also we have posted images of the actual shoes on pallets wrapped up. What appears to be cave stone 4s or Olympic 4s. If you just want my first honest thoughts, and when I seen these
They
pictures,
got
we
any
got
D
tons
Browns
of
in
Nike
there?
product on pallets
Pumps,
wrapped
OG
up,
pumps.
which seem to be being loaded up on this 18-wheeler right here. Either they were being loaded up or they were being dropped off. However, with that video being shown, it seemed like they were loading them back up, taking them or seizing
This
the
is
product.
crazy, dude.
So
This
once
is
that
nuts.
happened,
This is absolutely crazy. Let's see if we can find.
Can you imagine if something comes out too that the shoes, the way they were coming in or
Here
coming
we
out,
go.
had something else with them?
Look at this.
What the fuck was that? Oh, wait. Jeremy put it down there. What is that? Here?
It's the police.
Chat? I don't know. What the fuck just happened? Did somebody swat us?
No, you got swatted because you were selling fake shit, bro. Game over, dude. That's crazy. That's nuts. And this is the thing. Like, we don't have to deal with a lot of counterfeit stuff in the comic book world, but in the shoe world, coin world, like other collectible world, there Labubu's, there is a counterfeit world that is. I mean, Dennis out there is already selling Lafufus. I don't know if those are counterfeit or anything, but
they're the cheap ones. So if you want to get one for $20, you can get a Lafufu.
So that was very interesting. That happened this week. It's gonna be interesting to see what the fallout is with all that. There was another funny thing. I got to show you guys a video. This was at a con, and a security guard at a con was getting a little bit too full of himself. Check this out.
Step back and get out of my face a little bit, Slick. Do you want to step back, Fan X, and get out of my face a little bit? I had to stand right here. Stand back a little bit. You don't need to do this. What's that? You want to swallow a few more times? Or do you want to stand back? Stand back. Can you help me out here to stand back a little bit, Slick? Look at this. Can you want to stand back a little bit? Excuse me.
Can you turn the phone off, please?
No, I'd like this in peace. Look at this. I just want to look at the sign. What's the problem?
I got a paper you can look at.
That'd be fantastic.
Can you turn off your phone, please?
I'll turn off my phone once this guy steps back a little bit. And this is for today?
Yes.
Why can't I look at the sign? Like, what's the problem?
I'm just trying to help you out.
I appreciate that. Thank you. But, like, what's this? You know,
you're being a jerk to the volunteers.
I'm not being a jerk. You're
Yes,
being a
you
jerk.
were.
Look at you. Stand back. Why don't you get out of my
in your
zone?
space.
Yes, you are. Get back. Just go away.
Look at that dude's nose. If you were a friend,
Bro, he can cut those hairs, dude. Does he not know that?
bro, this guy has no
Bro,
friends.
somebody called the cops on that.
This
dude.
guy has no friends. If this guy had a friend,
Dude, he feels
like,
good with
bro.
that celebrity row lanyard.
Bro,
You see that?
if he has a chick, the chick could be all over that shit. Hey, you gotta cut.
He
those
doesn't have
fucking
a
nose
chick.
hairs,
No.
bro.
what are you
You
kidding
know
me?
he ain't
He
got no
doesn't
chick,
have a chick.
dude.
No.
Ain't no chick gonna like. Hey, you gotta cut those fucking nose hairs, bro.
How about look at his frames? I mean, look at the glasses. I mean, there's a lot of problems.
Bro,
That's number 7 on a list of 50.
He looks like a predator, dude.
Here, thanks for the paper, pal. Let's talk about the sign.
If he's
Look
got
at
it,
those eyes, dude. Those are predator
Hold the line,
eyes,
man.
dude.
Hold the line.
I'm getting like I need to go take a shower after looking at this motherfucker's nose hairs, dude. Fucking gross.
Yeah, bro.
Bro, why is he stepping up on the guy? What
Watch
the
him.
fuck
He
is up
does
with-
it again too. Listen. Here's what I will say. I don't care even if I'm the antagonist. If a guy puts his phone that close to my face, I'm grabbing that phone.
Security, get this guy away from
security,
me.
dude.
To get away from me. Stop following me. I'm trying
to jerk to the volunteers.
Go away. Stop. What? How long do I have to do this?
I will leave you alone.
I'm done.
Feels like the guy who is filming this probably has a similar personality to Barger. I can see Dennis like this is a Dennis video for sure.
Totally.
You know, it doesn't matter. Like, these are people that you tell them, hey, man, you're in charge of security, dude. That shit goes to their fucking head, dude. It's just like, why do we have, so many issues with people like you can't cross this line here, and just like over the top, dude.
So that was Fan X, which is in Utah.
Oh, boy.
Which explains that guy looking the way he did. But that the volunteers at that convention are the worst people on the planet. It is. I'm not kidding you. And that was my home con for years. I used to live there. I've had tables there. It is like they don't tell the volunteers what in the fuck they're supposed to be doing. They don't give them proper responsibilities. It's almost like at that show, I swear to God, it's like they grab the first 200 people that show up in line and give them volunteer badges and say, okay, come help out. It's horrible. Nobody knows where anything is. Nobody knows. It is the worst show. Like, yeah.
Hey, dude,
for anybody in the chat who's from Utah that loves that show.
I'm just telling,
I'm
there's
actually
people
not
like
sorry,
that,
but
dude.
it's
Like, I
horrible.
remember being
That
in
show's so bad.
elementary on the safety patrol, and my buddy got like elevated to like lieutenant,
the captain,
and that
hall monitor.
motherfucker, that shit went to his head, dude.
So I want to
Like,
talk
he
about
pulling
one
out the
final
badge on
thing.
people.
I want to
Full
talk about one
cross,
final
bro.
thing for drama alert really quickly. I'll probably talk about this more on a members only segment at some point. But we've talked about this. This is community drama we're about to get into here. And we got to check in with my boy, Darth Lopez, the king of drama. He wears the crown. And this was an interesting video. I guess Bueller, Comics with Bueller, is coming back to doing comic book.
Is he still living in the bus?
I think so.
Down by the river?
But I will say, yeah, right, Jeff. I will say, I think that he is coming back to doing comic book content, which he hasn't been doing comic book content in a long time. So this is very interesting. We've talked about this before, where it feels like over the last couple of years, to a lot of people, I'm not saying this, but to a lot of people, that content in the comic book world for, content creators, YouTube, IG, social medias, has really been lacking. And it's funny that you're here, Sean, because you've actually started new content on YouTube that's been actually pretty good. I got to give you a shout out for that. Make sure you guys go check
thanks,
out Comics Elite, bottom 10 and top 10 comics of the week, which is really good. So I'm going to be interesting to get your take on this, but I want everybody's take on this just for the last segment of Drama Alert, that the content lately that has been put out is not good. And that is exactly what Bueller is saying. And he's coming back because the content is not good. I think that's what he's getting at. So let's take a listen here.
Stand before you, Darth, and destroy you of Chomo, Larry Niobe. Niobe. You see the thumbnail? Interesting. Let's play the clip.
Like that, and who knows, maybe someone else, I don't know. But I don't know. I'm excited because I think the comic community is missing a show like that.
Yeah.
And I think there's a lot of shit that's on right now.
Yeah.
All right. Let's play it again.
Said he's up for it and stuff like that, and who knows, maybe someone else, I don't know. But I don't know. I'm excited because I think the comic community is missing a show like that.
Yeah.
And I think there's a lot of shit that's on right now.
Yeah.
Is he wrong, though?
And that is the question. Is he wrong? Now, I'm going to say this first and foremost. If you're a content creator and you're watching other people's content, you're not spending enough time on your content. And the reason why I say that is because I rarely watch other people's content. I'll check it like full all the way through. I'll drop in, check it out. Hey, this is cool. I like what this person's doing. Depending on what the type of content is, I'll check it out, watch it live while I'm editing or doing something on the computer. But for the most part, you're so busy making your own content that you don't have the time to watch other people's content. But the other thing that I find interesting is that Bueller's been he's stepped away from the comic community for a while now. And the content that he was putting out way back in the day, especially like the early day, the Comic Core days, and, when he was doing all his stuff when he first got big, it's a different world. There are so many people doing the exact same stuff that he was doing back in the day, community talks, talking about pickups, talking about what's coming on FOC, talk about what is new comic book day. Like, that is everybody's bread and butter. It's hard to come up with new ideas. And it's interesting to me that Bueller is just going to come back and he thinks that, it's going to be the same as it was. This game changes so quickly. in the content world. It's very interesting. And so I want to get your guys' take. Do you guys watch enough content out there to where you think that the content for comic books is lacking? That's my question. Anybody?
I think the only show on YouTube worth watching is Beyond Wednesdays with Bryan McClay.
Appreciate that, brother.
Oh, and Sean.
Look, all I'm saying is,
I've got a couple of Sean's and they're pretty good too.
So I'll send you $10 for that. Thanks.
Yeah.
Bueller and Tom saved the industry a while back. So
Yeah,
like, why did you
right?
come back if you already saved it?
I wonder if
First off,
he's
that's
talking to
extremely
Tom.
egotistical. But secondly, like, you're not the first guy in a bus who does comic books. Shout out to Matt DeMasi and Shattered Comics. Right?
There you go.
I don't know. I just think I've been in this business for 15 years. I've been reading comics since I'm 7. It's all inclusive, but just be that, right? Like, be just that. Know your comics. Just don't play a role on TV or YouTube or whatever you want to be, right? And I think we've seen a lot of that. And excuse me, I think part of the problem is throughout COVID to now, we've empowered the wrong people, right? Because there's a lot of people qualified to talk comics that have forgotten that all of us collectively like, right? They just know, right? They're people that have paved the way for us to be a seller or this or that or an influencer or a content creator. And these guys don't know like where it came from. You just popped up because it was a hot thing to sell. Kudos to you for doing it, right? Not mad at you, but we'll call a spade a spade. Just my honest opinion. If you save the industry once, there's no need for a comeback, right? You're not Michael Jordan. Like, go do your thing.
Save the industry. That's a bold claim.
Yes, it is, Cotton. Yes, it is.
So, you know, a lot of stuff happened during COVID and during the whole when the, I don't want to say it's overused, the wokeness started coming out in comics and all the anti-woke guys took to YouTube. And I swear my entire YouTube feed for a solid year and a half was just negative video after negative video. This sucks. And rightfully so. Star Wars sucked. Some of the Marvel movies were starting to suck. Rightfully so. They needed to get blasted, right? But it turned into, and comics needed to get, some of them need to be blasted too for some of the stuff they were putting out, right? Yeah. It was bad for a long time, but that's still so prevalent now. Like, there's some guys out there. One guy was shitting all over Absolute Evil on his channel, and Absolute Evil was good.
What, the one shot that came out?
Yeah, it was really good.
That was fucking fire, dude.
It was awesome. It's a key first appearances. Some crazy shit happened in it. But some of these guys, they get so stuck up into every movie sucks. Every comic sucks.
You're right.
Sales are down. Stores are closing. Negative. It's all just negativity, right? There isn't a lot of shows out there that talk about. So every week, me and Kyle read 20 to 30 comic books.
Love Kyle.
As soon as they come in, we open them up and we spend all freaking weekend reading those things. I got 24 more to read, and I got to go to the Colts game tomorrow, so I don't know when I'm going to do it. And then we literally film our video, top 10, bottom 10, the middle of the roads. You know, that's so much time. But what makes me happy now is that most of our views are on the top 10 comics. It used to be the bottom 10 would crush every video as far as viewership. Now it's the top 10 get probably, I don't know, 25% more views than any other videos that we do. So we just started a TikTok. I never thought I'd have a TikTok account. I hired a dude to do it. But anyway, it's all the positive stuff that's on there. One of them has like 42,000 views already on it. Like, we're unboxing a 1 in 1,000 of the Batman blind bag or something. So there is a lot of negativity out there. I agree. And to what you said earlier, Bryan, every other video is what's on FOC, what's coming out this week, or people just regurgitate top 10 lists that they read from somewhere else. You know, like, hey, let's talk about, which is fine. I would love to do that too. Like, hey, let's read this top 10 list somebody came up with, and here's my thoughts on it, you know. But it's not a lot of creativity or uniqueness. So yeah,
I think one issue is just time. Like, it's actually, you know, there's just not a lot of time to watch YouTube if you're between work and kids and stuff like that. I do think the one podcast that, especially with Bryan's channel too, because you have like the industry show and then the Wednesday show, and then there's a little bit of kind of everything. But Justin and Manimals, the Comic-Con podcast, like I really enjoyed that, and it makes me miss Lords of the Long Box and TiVo. Like I always really enjoyed that show and the guys on that show.
There is
I'll be honest,
something.
when it comes to like Bueller and those guys, I just never really followed.
Well, there's something to be said about that. I think for the most part, and Jeff, you said it. There's a lot of people that don't necessarily know comics out there that have gotten into comic book content, and you could tell they don't know comics. Now, I'm not saying that's a terrible thing. I love anybody that wants to come into comics and be part of the community and to create content. But there is a lot of people out there that are new that don't necessarily know comics where it's been part of their lives for 40 years or 30 years, that is very evident. And I'm not necessarily saying that's a bad thing or a good thing. It's out there. So when you do know comics and you understand it, that's a good thing. But it's also a good thing when you're new to it and you say that you're new and that, hey, I'm wanting to learn this stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So, real quick, Sean, who do you do your top 10s and bottom 10s with?
Kyle. His name's Kyle.
So he also does a podcast with Comic Crusader with Max, which is one of my favorite channels that I always watch. I unfortunately didn't get a chance to stop by and hang out and say what's up to him in San Diego, but he does a really good job. Kyle does a really good job on that show too.
Yeah, I know Max is a great dude. He's a former Marine captain. He's in the Marine Corps, got out. There's been a pretty huge falling out with a couple of the dudes that are on there a lot at the time between me and them. Aaron Sparrow has made tons of crap posts about me online, and Drew is also gone rogue, I guess you could say. But
well, it's funny that you bring that up. It's funny that you bring that up because that's the other thing that I want to get into is that there is this thing within the comic book content community and just the comic book industry. I find it to be even deeper, where people get butthurt over stuff and they hold these grudges, and with social media, it turns into these silly things that is not necessary, and really outlandish. And I think that a big part of that is, and I've talked about this a lot, that social media has caused us to not know how to really have relationships with other humans. You know what I mean? On a big scale, we don't know.
No, you're right, dude.
Yeah,
there's a lot of pussies in comic books, dude.
Yeah,
of course.
And I reposted that, and that was 2 years old when 2 years ago when Hive was on, and it was a Saturday Night Mayhem, and I just reposted it, and it's still true.
Yeah,
there's a lot of people that, like, honestly, don't know how to get along. Like, I may not agree with a lot of things that Bryan says, and he may not agree with a lot of, but at the end of the day, like, we're mature about it and talk through things, and simple like hi James or Nate or John, like we talk, there's after show, like we talk through it. Okay, okay, I understand where you're coming
calls,
from.
Real relationships,
These other shows that break up or whatever, like, bro, it's comic books, like, or is it?
Man, I say that all the time.
Or is it? Because if it's not comic books, then like don't be a part of it, because it's supposed to be fun. Yeah. It's supposed to be like, and one thing Bryan does well, he'll always shout out other creators. Hey, I like, just like what he did. Bryan will be on his Whatnot show creating content. Like, I was watching him sell books. Then all of a sudden he goes into this other. Hey, well, let's see what's in this comic what was it, that comic guide, and let's see what was happening in 1983. And he just went off on his creator mode. Hey, bro, you're supposed to be selling books. Like,
you know, Hood, you're talking about that? Like,
yeah, for my money,
on, like Bryan's he lets everybody present their own stories.
Absolutely.
And he's a mediator. He doesn't just fly off the handle and just start insulting people. It's
absolutely. You know, and you know, we may not be the best, but you know, we come with a lot of great ideas, a lot of experience in the hobby. I've been collecting forever. Nate's been collecting forever. Like Bryan, like we always revisit things, and sometimes it may not seem fresh or new, but we always talk about current events and what's hot. You can't not talk about the hot 10, like what are the hot books, because there's always new people wanting to get into this hobby. Hey, what's a good book to pick up? Where should I start? You know, we've done that. If you're going to get into the hobby, read read Old Man Logan, or read The Dark Knight Returns. You know, I mean, it's like,
that's my favorite part, Hood. Well, I'm glad Sean's here, because Sean, you do the best books of the week, right? That come out, but then you do the bottom books of the week. What was your thought process on doing like the worst books? Like,
so when you read so many books a week, like the good quickly rises to the top and the bad quickly stands out really fast. And I started just by trying to tell people, like, look, man, like, you don't need to buy this week. Save your money, save your $5, save your $6. And then it just turned into, look, I read these. Oh, thanks, man. Appreciate you pulling that up. I was like, look, I read all these damn books and this one sucked. And I just got to talk about it. So we're like, you know what, let's go ahead and make the top and bottom 10. And I was hesitant to do it because I know I'm shitting on someone's creation. You know what I mean? Like, some people, they put their heart and soul into it. Go to the shorts real quick, Bryan, up top. Because we did a one where I really made fun of the dusk right there in the middle. It says, try not to laugh, has dusk at the top.
Because he can't be out at full night, because I think he gets too scared. That's why it has to be dusk outside. It can't be fully nighttime. I only fight during the dusk.
My name is Dusk because the night is too terrifying for me.
I'm too scared of the night.
Yeah, I'm not allowed to go out at night. Yeah, I am the Dusk.
30 minutes to where
that is a terrible name. That's a terrible name.
The Jew.
That's great.
But like, some of them are just so bad. It's like, okay, look, these need to be. I mean, I understand somebody put their heart and soul in making the dusk, and they wrote it and they drew it, and they're excited. It's their big week to launch, and then we're kind of shitting all over it. But I mean, you know, good stuff needs to be praised. And honestly, like, if you can't take some criticism, then don't produce something if you don't want to be criticized for it. So we always tell people, look, my catchphrase is this: buy what you like and collect what you want, and don't listen to the haters. Don't let someone tell you signed books are stupid. Don't let someone tell you graded books are stupid. Don't let someone tell you CGC is better than CBCS. Don't let someone tell you that, you know, you shouldn't buy Do You Poos because they're dumb. Just collect what you want. If you like it and get fun out of it, then collect it and buy it, you know? So just because I say something's a bottom 10 doesn't mean you may not love it, but I'll tell you why it's a bottom 10. You know,
I think people like, you know, get into the hobby, you know, for the fun of it, right? But then when there's money involved, then they let those types of things sway their opinion a little bit. Like, it could be somebody that loves getting their books graded from CGC, and that, you know what? Yeah, it does. So I'm going to go this direction, or I'm not getting my book slabbed anymore, when you loved getting your book slabbed.
Yeah.
So don't let someone, unless something bad has happened to you where you're getting your slabs back and they're all cracked, and you know what I mean? Like, if you slab books and you've enjoyed doing that, don't let anybody, unless something happens to you, don't let anybody change your mind.
Yeah, and you know, the worst place for some of this stuff is in some of those Facebook groups, man. There's so much toxicity and negative ass clowns in those Facebook groups. Instagram's generally positive. I find YouTube is pretty much almost always positive. There's not a lot of, you know, hate in the comments, really. But man, Facebook is just terrible at it, man. Terrible.
Yeah. There's a lot of gatekeeping in a lot of those comic groups too. People come in with genuine questions because they're just trying to learn, and they just get shit on.
Yeah. Whose signature is this? Signed books are stupid. You're an idiot.
Yeah.
Like what? I just asked
See,
a question. man.
Instagram, you could post a book that you picked up, you thought was cool, and you'll get more love than hate. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, that's pretty cool. I
Yeah.
like that book. You know?
Yeah. It's weird how different platforms are
Yeah.
throughout.
There's
different
just what we were talking about before. Like, there's just so much ego in this industry. I'm sure there's
Yes.
ego in the card industry and stuff too. But when you start getting into, like you said, there's the fun hobby part of it, and then Hood said it perfectly. Money gets involved.
Yeah.
Then people are like, I'm going to start a business and I'm going to make, all you need is a logo and a name. And all of a sudden you're a business. And it's like, you don't have a business license. You don't have a business account. You don't understand how it's not really a business. You're just a hobbyist, which is fine. Hobbyists can be a business too. There's nothing wrong with that. Tons of great hobbyists. But then it gets competitive because look at and everyone wants to do an exclusive. I need to get an exclusive to put my name on the map. Like, nobody cares, right? Like, just buy someone else's exclusive and sell it. And then now it's turning into booths at cons, and I like this guy, but not this guy. And this guy said this about me, and his book sucks. And when you get into the creative side of it, the creatives are even worse. Man, these creatives just go after each other like insanely. If an artist doesn't like somebody, there's camps of these artists, and it's even worse when you get to the top of the writers, Marvel and DC. The camps they're in are just it's sadly it's almost all around politics.
Facebook might be hella toxic, but it is the place for all that tea, man. All that tea and drama between the creators. Facebook is the place. That being said, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get out of Drama Alert because we got some stuff to talk about. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. 2-hour Drama Alert. Here we go. Let's get into it. Let our boy David Lee Roth bring us back.
Can you hear me now? Hey, man, don't be squirting water at me. I'm gonna fuck your girlfriend, pal.
John, you should be flashing my roof card.
Can you believe
that should be what?
The value of those books, man?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
the Tin-Man book Mark dropped the other night,
bro. We haven't even talked about that.
Bro.
Yeah,
Talk about what happened.
Mark's eBay Live. Mark had his first
I
eBay
heard
Live
about
sale.
that. Kyle was telling me,
dude, it was nuts. He
said
dropped.
the guy probably made $500,000 or some shit like.
Yeah,
bro.
He dropped a
Good for him,
book
though.
that was one of his best covers. He has been holding it for a while to put it on an eBay Live sale. It was his Tin Man book, first one I believe since the Kickstarter, and it was it's such a good book. And he did these remarks on it. And Hood, there was the craziest thing that happened, you guys. So for those of you guys that don't know the history, Hood and Mark are soulmates at this point, right? They're just like two peas in a pod. And Hood came up with this idea for a Mark smears autograph, where Mark smears the Spears, paint on the autograph. And there were people asking for that autograph. And Mark put
awesome.
the Tin Man saying, "Sup, Hood," and somebody spent like $600 for it or $400 for it.
Not once, but like 3 times.
Yeah, a couple of times.
I tried to win it. Like he was a shout out to me, and then somebody vultured my shit.
hey Bryan, he gave a shout out to the show Beyond Wednesdays so many times.
Yeah,
and then he just kept saying, this one's for Hood, and he started personalizing a book to Hood. So now Hood is bidding on it, and then this guy's just like, fuck that, bidding like $200-300 over him, and he just went nuts. And and then we even begged, like 4 of us were like, dude, he personalized it to this guy, like he's bidding on it, let him win
Hood
it
will
already.
get one,
especially that he did like 3 of them.
What does this
So then
smears
somebody
come
asked the
back on CGC as?
So
they grade the
I've got
book,
a
not
gr-
the autograph. So
Yeah, I got an 8.5 that
I guess I'm thinking cards
with
because
its-
you have the grade for the card and the grade for the auto if you want to do it that way. But
Well, because me and Mark were throwing the ideas around, and I first brought it up because it was a thing that signatures have been getting smeared. And I think Aaron Yee was the first to bring that up. And then like the little hamster in my head was going off. Hey, like what if Mark accidentally smeared something? He could still sell it, but call it a smears, like a smears variant, like that he intentionally did. This way, he never makes a mistake, right? And
it's more
it just caught on. So now he's got the hood sig, the
There
hood
it is. There it is, right
signature,
there. Yeah.
and the chisel with the hood sig, and then the smears, and like he's got all these little things to help him drive a book. When he colored in the Tin Man's eyeballs in the blue, dude, that was fucking fire, bro.
Beautiful, right?
I liked the blood remarks he was doing on the axles.
Oh yeah,
Those were dope.
Well,
Yeah,
what
the
was
blood
crazy
spatter.
is that he had some of his books that he would put up, and the fans would want to buy from him that like this is his book that he had. I think he was putting up like comps of like his King Spawn, the one where he's sitting in the throne and it's got the skulls around him, and it sold for like $300.
Jeez,
that's
Bro,
crazy.
he picked the right time because his Spawn 77 figure came out, and then the Magic the Gathering, the Wolfman, right? That came out, and then his bro, he could have kept on selling for another 5 hours, bro.
Well, when you say figure, is it a McFarlane figure? Or is it
John,
actually
you
a
have
comic?
one, right? Let
Yeah.
me show everybody this.
I don't have the McFarlane. I have the
The
Man
Wolfman.
Wolf he did.
Yeah. Show the Wolfman.
Yeah,
because-
this is all right. What this is, he didn't do the figure because this is Marvel Legends, but he did the artwork for Magic the
right.
Gathering, which
Okay.
is the new Marvel collaboration, and then he also did the box art, and you'll see it on both sides of the box. So he signed and remarked one of these during his. Actually, I think he did a few, but I think I could swear one of them sold for like over $500.
Yep.
That he signed and remarked. Like I think he did a wolf remark and then he signed it.
Now,
so I was. I mean,
McFar- no, I was going to say McFarlane Toys did the Spawn 77, and I don't know if they've dropped here yet, but they were all over eBay, and I know Mark had bought a couple, and he remarked.
He did. Yeah,
on it.
He did one of those too. Yeah, and it went nuts. It went absolutely crazy on the bidding. So
they did
most
just
of
drop
the
here in the
Oh, they did.
off the top of my head. Yeah, off the top of my head, like his books, as far as like the metal, I think it was limited to 10. Those were selling on an average 1,000, like 900 to 1,000, and then the foil, I believe he dropped at, I want to say 200, and that was like the starting bid, and then those were ending on an average between like 550 to like $900 or 700, but depending on what he did with the remarks. Because when he actually listened to the chat, and they were saying put blood on the axe, and the more he was doing, he said, I'm just going to keep either signing my name, like he did a couple of books where he signed his name maybe 8 times, and he just said, as long as the bids keep coming in, he just said, I'm just going to keep signing my name. And I think there was one where he signed somewhere around 8 or 10 times on the book, and the bidding just kept going higher and higher, and then when the bidding stopped, then he stopped, which was like the smartest thing to do. He just said, as long as you guys keep bidding, or you keep telling me you want me to do something, I'm going to keep doing it live. And then while the bid's going, I'm just going to keep drawing. And he said, I'll make it more and more. Like I'll draw more hearts, or I'll do more blood splatter. And then when the bidding stopped, he stopped, which was pretty cool.
When he put the Tin Man up close to the camera, you could see his eyes, and he goes, "Please
Yeah.
buy me, bro." His personality, Mark's personality on the stream really, as it got like later on, like it just got better, and he started having. You could tell he was having fun.
Hopefully, he's got somebody helping him with all that fulfillment.
Yeah, Melissa and Chase and the whole family. It's a Spears family, man. They're a team.
Family business.
Yep.
Yeah. What up, Big E? All right. I want to talk about something. So there was a book that came out this week that it was on the House of Steinhot 10 last night. It was a top 5 book, I believe. Absolutely gorgeous book. If you guys haven't seen it, you know it's a book that I fell in love with. I would fall in love with no matter what. And that is the Cold Slither issue Which,
Ugh.
oh
Wait,
yeah.
which one?
You haven't seen this, bro?
Is that the variant that you showed last night?
Bro.
Oh, I picked that one up. Yeah.
This is the A cover, right? Hold on here. Let me go to cover.
Do you read it at all yet?
I haven't read it yet. That's what I want to ask you guys. Have you guys read
It's
it?
in
I haven't
Sean
read it.
Bottom's one, I'm
I just
guessing,
picked
by
it
his
up.
reaction.
I read it.
What did you think? Is it good or bad?
Is it top 10 or bottom 10?
It was definitely a skip it for sure.
No,
I'm sorry. I upgraded it to a meh, to a middle of the road. After I read Tim Seeley's in the back of the book, he puts a little letter in there about it. So apparently, I'm not a big G.I. Joe guy, right?
Oh, that's why.
I was a He-Man Transformer kid growing up, right? So apparently this is an episode of the cartoon.
Yes.
Yeah.
And this is like the 40th anniversary of the 20th something. I can't remember the year, but this is the anniversary of that issue of the episode. So Tim Seeley got to write it. It's the first time he wrote G.I. Joe in like 20 years or something.
Yeah, since the
and
Devil
he even
News stuff.
says, he's like, this is the episode that got me into G.I. Joes. I was more of a Thundercat He-Man guy. My brother was into G.I. Joes. This got me into G.I. Joes. And I was like, oh, I had no idea this was a cartoon episode that the story's kind of about. The story it makes no sense. It's terrible. Basically, I mean, I can give you a synopsis if you want. I don't spoil anything for you, but Cobra makes a band and the Cold Slither, and they make a song that it's broadcasted out through the airwaves with subliminal messages.
Hell
and
yeah.
Cobra takes over America.
Hell yeah.
They took over the whole country off one song. Well, the Joes have to respond, and that's what this issue is about. Is the Joes responding to it? It's
Totally
not a big spoiler.
So let me ask you this, because in the cartoon at the very beginning is like Firefly is actually taking Cobra Commander to someone underground. It's actually like a midget mob guy to basically get $1 million because like Cobra's somewhat bankrupt. And then he ends up
I wish there was a midget mobster in this issue. That would have been way better.
So that was like the first, like when you go to commercial break, like that's the first part of it. And then they're doing this piece because at the end, Duke and I'm trying to remember, it was rock and roll on the guitar. Duke was on, I think Duke might have been singing, and then Lady J, CoverGirl, and Scarlet were all singing as well. Because the Hasbro exclusive that came out this year for San Diego with Cold Slither, I can almost see next year them doing kind of the opposites for the Joes at the end of the episode, doing kind of the same thing.
Yeah, it was pretty. The story was pretty bad. I mean, it was the way they told it. This reporter's going around trying to interviewing all the guys that were in the band, and they're all like living their lives and stuff. So he gets the band back together. It's not a good story, man. I did not have fun. The covers are the best part of this whole book. It's totally a cover buy. The covers are badass. I'll give you that for sure.
Sure. Let me ask you a question. And it was on my desk. I kind of just peeked through. I didn't get a chance to read it, but it's kind of spoiler territory, right? Would this be the first appearance of Zartan in the Energon universe?
No. No, because I didn't get this as being part of the Energon universe at all. I got this as like a standalone kind of a
one shot
story. Yeah, for sure.
See, one thing that blows me away, guys, is with properties like G.I. Joe, Transformers, Star Wars, or whatever. Like, if you're writing that, like, certainly you've got some friends that are like avid fans, or find some people. Hey, can you read this? Can you tell me if this sucks or not? Like, some of the stuff that's come out is like, bro, what the fuck are you talking about?
Bro, there's so much crap.
It just blows me away, because there's a lot of experts, right? But that don't write, but have a lot of great ideas and can tell you if your shit sucks or not.
Well,
you know
I want to talk about something about this issue that's special, right? And it's one of the reasons we have Jeff on tonight, because we wanted to talk about this. So Jeff is a big old school G.I. Joe fan as well, which, that's why we're homies. And I actually it's funny because I still have to ship out Nate's and Jeff's Cold Slither box set from San Diego Comic-Con. I still have
I got a
both of
spot
theirs.
on my villain shelf for it, man. Just waiting.
So
now I can open one. Thank God.
Yeah, right. So Jeff, you ended up doing a variant for this, right? How many variants were done? Was yours the only one?
I think that was the only retailer exclusive. Yeah. So, kind of circling back to what we were talking about at the beginning. I'm lucky enough to have my role of Dynamic Forces Dynamite, and I'm bringing back the Dynamic Forces variant. And, I feel like there was a time where they were pretty sought after. We did some really cool covers. We worked with a lot of awesome artists who are pretty popular and successful now. So I wanted to highlight some up and coming artists, people that I like. We've talked about this, Bryan, at length before.
Mama!
Sukeisha Ray is fantastic artist. She's a musician, and there you go, Hood. You hit it right on the head.
She's the artist?
Yes.
She's the artist. Yeah.
Oh, she can draw for me anytime.
She does a lot of anime style, and as corny as some people thought it was, I'm 43. I grew up with all the old school Joes, but I enjoyed Sigma 6, that anime style.
Yeah,
I liked her take on it, and she slayed this real quick too. It was awesome. The concept she threw up. She's like, "What do you think about this?" And we went back and forth with a couple different ideas. Originally, I wanted to do a Kiss Destroyer homage, but they shot that down, which was fine. And then she's a musician as well. So we're thinking something with lyrics, and because it's kind of hypnotic, when you hear the song, you just kind of, like Sean was saying, you become under the trance and you're just following Cobra and the Dreadnoks. But I really like what she did there. That's the first of a couple Dynamic Forces variants we have coming out.
That's the cover right there?
Yeah, that's the cover. Yeah. And I wish I had one with me, but I was in such a rush just prepping for New York Comic Con. And in real life, I have 3 young kids. I'm also coaching my son's basketball team, so my head is just mush.
Bro, go back to that picture of her in the cosplay. There's your cover right there.
I know, right?
Yep.
Well, that's the next go round, right?
Cosplay cover.
This should be.
She cosplays all her covers. She did a Vampirella cover too, but she's done DC stuff. She's done everything. So
I'll do a store exclusive.
What I love about
reach out to her. She's a great artist, man.
I like this art because it looks like it would be inside of an album. Like if you open it up, the album.
Here's the thing, Hood. So for those of you guys that aren't understanding this, you guys know like Zartan has this like quality to him, this hypnotic quality to him, and his eyes are green and he's hypnotizing people. The lyrics are the back, and you can see the lyrics behind him, and it's basically saying, you will bow to us, and we're the it's the hypnotizing lyrics in the background. So it's a cool idea. I really like the idea, and it's kind of cool that you're the only exclusive variant for the book.
Yeah. And I think the coolest part is for me just having an opportunity to do it again, being a big time Joe fan, working with Sukeisha, she's just great. And then John and I are having a little team up at New York Comic Con. So this will be available at booth 3605, Heroes Reborn, with the little / Dynamic Forces.
That's cool, dude.
Yeah, and I'm sorry, limited to 700. And last but not least, I'm hoping real time, because as a massive dork that loves all this stuff, G.I. Joe, and what you were talking about before was at San Diego, they actually like weaponized this episode into a real thing. So they have a band. It's like Tropic Thunder, right? It's like they have a band playing the band, and it's freaking perfect.
And they're all comic
awesome.
guys.
They're all comic guys. So I've been lucky enough to become friends with Zartan. I'm just going to call him Zartan. His name is Gus. Really good dude.
I know
and
who you're
in my
talking
phone,
about.
picture. Yeah, it's so cool. And in conversation, he's like, "Yeah, I'm Zartan. This is cool." I'm like, "Well, I don't know if you know this, but I'm talking to Zartan. That's even cooler." Like, it's fucking awesome.
And they played at San Diego. I bought tickets, but I didn't get to go. And now they're going to be playing at New York, but it's Saturday night. And I know Jeff said he's got tickets for us, but I don't know.
Yeah, man. Gramercy, right?
Yeah,
Gramercy starts at 8. I got a couple tickets left over. John, you never responded, but if anybody's going to be in town, shoot me a message, man.
Yeah. There you go, Nate.
Hey, Jeff, somebody's asking a question in the chat. Does this book come with a Dynamic Forces certificate and the little holofoil sticker on?
Yep, the holofoil COA. They're limited to 700 copies. Everything's going to be, again, we restrict on the print run. Whatchamacallit? Yeah, everything's prep ready to go. That's what I was doing all last week.
And the book comes in foil, right?
No, this is the cover. This is the cover as is, no foil. Just the regular variant, John. Plain Jane here.
No, I'm just trying to answer some questions.
No,
Some
absolutely,
of these people.
See,
and then,
I love the Steve Beach covers so much on this. They are like probably some of the best cover art I've seen in a long time. And I'm gonna make sure, Jeff, that you hold me some of these. So
yeah, I already put some to the side for you. I got you.
And Jeff, do you want to let everybody know the price point, what it's dropping at?
Yeah, absolutely. So we're running them at $15. Trying to make it affordable, right? Feel with everything going on,
probably the cheapest exclusive at the con.
Yeah, and again, the bang for your buck, guys, right? Try to.
That's a great
as
price,
a collector,
man.
right?
That's a great
With 3
price.
kids, and I collect everything. It's bad. If I can go for something that fits within my budget that I think is awesome, and I want to be able to replicate that, give that to the community.
It would be awesome with that blank cover too. Like the part I was talking about, like the funny part with Cobra Commander and Firefly is that they have like the long hats and sunglasses. So like they don't, they obviously don't look like Firefly and Cobra Commander with their camo and stuff like that. One more to have her draw,
one more thing.
You get something like that on that blank from her. That'd be awesome.
One more thing, Jeff. Is the artist going to be at New York City Comic Con?
She is. You know what? She just changed her booth number, but she's going to be there. We're live streaming with Sukesha on eBay Live on Sunday, but she might crash the party on Saturday because we're doing double dip. So it's Whatnot on Saturday, eBay Live on Sunday, and I think somewhere throughout the course of the week, I'm waiting to hear back from Gus and his reps because we might throw a last minute signing together with the band.
So is it possible, Jeff? Possible that you may be able to get her to come by the booth for like 2 minutes?
Yeah, I'm sure we could. I'm sure we can figure
at
something
least
out.
so we can make a proper introduction to the guys from Beyond Wednesdays.
Absolutely.
Maybe get a photo op with
Absolutely.
her.
Oh man,
John,
we'll get a copy for
John, this guy, he knows.
You know what I'm.
I'm about to say, well, should be wearing that.
Don't worry.
No. Bryan, real quick too, because I gotta get Boogie and I gotta wake up early. I gotta take my little guy to a soccer game. Did you see what I sent you about the Battle Beast?
Let me take a look here. Where did you send it?
Actually, I just sent it through text message, but if you want, I'll send it to Instagram.
Yeah, send it to
quick.
IG.
So,
yeah. So you have a Battle Beast variant coming out?
We do. So I'm new to this whole publishing distribution side, right? My past life was auction houses, Metropolis, Comic Connect, Golden, all that fun stuff. So this is kind of eye-opening for me, right? And having to be on the ball with so many books and so many dates, like constantly, it's just new experience. So I was trying to time everything for Comic-Con, at least to have a couple books, but I missed it, unfortunately. But we still got an amazing book by Chris Campagna. It was Battle Beast number 6. So I'm gonna send this to you real quick, Bryan, so you can just flash this. And then
hey Nate, I went to Bedrock in Katy.
Yeah.
Those guys over there are a bunch of pussies, dude.
That's like a different world. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, like,
bro.
Hey, what are you doing in Katy? You're not calling, but Katie's it's.
Yeah, I'm regretting.
They don't. I don't think Richard gives them. He's got all.
Yeah,
this
they didn't
spots.
have jack shit, dude. I luckily they had all the like Cold Slither and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I picked all that up, man. But they didn't even talk to anybody, dude. They got one guy's just ordering books, and the other one's just like,
Hey,
know.
Jeff.
Yes,
sir. I
sir.
want to see something. So Hood actually sent me a package the other day. This is one of the things he pressed for me. So everyone always talks about comics, but Hood actually
Oh, nice.
because it used to have a big crease coming through.
Yeah, we got
right
most
here.
of it.
Yeah, you did. No, it looks good.
So how long have you been collecting carded Joes for? Because I'm on the fence with these, man. That's why a lot of my guys are free. Like I do a lot of like the international figures.
Oh, Cobra de
Oh, that's
Akko,
a great
bro.
one. Yeah.
Right. So like I'm
Do you
big
have
on
a
like the
Cobra Mortal?
Brazilians, Action Force.
Do you have a
forget his
Mortal?
name. I got two of them.
You got two Cobra Mortals, like the originals.
I like to buy a lot. I like.
Those are
you should see my-
Diakos. Do you know who the Mortal
Diakos,
is?
Brazilian.
Do you know the Mortal one, the red and chrome?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, yeah,
I've only seen that once,
yeah.
and like it was a picture.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll give you one more.
I love that, bro.
And Hood,
But I
Hood did
like-
this one
I like
too.
Tiger Force.
It looks brand new, like it just.
Oh
came
yeah,
out.
the card. Yeah, I cleaned it, dude.
Just
Oh,
brand
nice. Dude, these Super 7 guys are awesome too, but look.
Hey, show the ticket, Nate. The Tennessee ticket.
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah. it was
Oh
our
yeah,
ten- or,
dude! I
mean,
just
twins.
ordered Big Lob and those guys. I'm hoping.
Dude,
they come
I bought
anytime.
two apiece. Yeah. I got look, ready? On the call.
Dude, I had this
Yeah,
wrinkled up
draw.
ticket hood.
Yeah.
Thank you, Bubba.
There you go.
Oh yeah, I got him out.
I'll buy them and gift them to my buddies.
I just broke out Cobra Commander, the Python Patrol. I literally just put it up tonight. I broke it out.
These are so amazing. Look, and then the fact that they're like going down the cartoon.
Oh yeah,
path, like the Ramar,
Ramar?
right?
Yeah.
And then you got, I mean, not as nice as the customs that you see out there too, but right.
So I bought like 4 or 5 of those. I haven't opened. I opened one, but I was like,
so
these are
good.
the ones because I didn't know Bryan or Clutch and some of the guys who got them. So I was like, I should probably get a couple of these because that is
Wait,
that's
hold on now. Have you seen this with like the Transformers?
Yeah.
Cup?
yeah.
I have
As a
those.
sw-
I've talked
These
about
are
those.
awesome.
The best
Oh,
one
yeah,
was
I
the
got it.
Thrasher, and that's the best one, the Soundwave.
Yeah, this is the best one right there. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. That's awesome, bro.
So Jeff, to answer your question, I started buying like the unopened ones back in literally 1986. Like I'd buy
So good.
2 then.
The problem is, I feel like if once that O-ring goes in that seal, it's like an expensive broken toy.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I've had that happen to me. So
I got a Cobra officer that's got a
there you
broken
go.
O-ring.
fire.
Look at this
right
guy.
there.
How
Oh, yeah,
much?
to India.
How
Yeah.
much?
That's a $300 figure right now, mint on card.
$450.
I have 3 of them.
$4.50,
If you want
John.
one, let me know.
Did
Yeah.
you see Phil? Phil's in Japan,
Is
and he picked up a whole bunch of
a
GI Joes.
Yeah,
See
the
the
Takax.
broken
the-
O-ring?
Look at Nate ran to get his.
Ooh, that's
It's like a
tough
bad
one.
dancer.
Yeah.
I love it. I love that we just turned it into a G.I. Joe party.
Oh,
Yeah.
that happens quick here, man.
Here's the
rabbit holes.
Battle Beast variant. For those of you
Oh,
guys that
wow.
are Battle Beast fans.
Oh
Here's
yeah,
yours.
that's a nice one. So that's Chris Companion.
I want.
Go ahead. What are you saying?
No, I was gonna say I want the one that Scotty Young did. I saw like a
Oh, that was a
sneak
good one.
peek at the Scotty Young. Yeah.
So Chris Companion did that one. That's I want to say 1,000. You can pre-order that on the website. It's going to be $15 too.
That's a
DynamicForces.com.
nice one.
Yep, dynamicforces.com. Chris, just great artist. He's been doing rounds, getting more and more like just shine on him, man. He's been doing this for a while. I'm lucky to know him forever. And this is kind of like his take from my interpretation and conversation with him, like a ASM 316 kind of positioning. It's just the victim is massive. If you've read the previous issues.
Well, we're speaking about toys. I before we call it a night, I want to talk about a couple of toys, and I got to just key in on FOC as well. But did you guys see these Transformer toys that are coming out that are based on the Skybound comics?
Oh wow!
Yeah, these are amazing.
What's the
Comic book
company?
editions. These are toys.
I feel like there's been a lot of companies putting out like here. This is Blockies. Have you guys seen those?
Oh,
Yeah.
Blockies are awesome. I
Yeah.
love them.
These are awesome.
So this is comic book edition stands 7 inches tall, features a die-cast frame with 48 points of articulation.
MDLX. Yeah.
MDLX, yeah, you can go buy it in
And
MDLX.
so like he actually
$107.
doesn't come with both arms. He only comes with the Megatron arm, and then if he comes with it off, it actually has like where it's kind of torn up, just like the comics, or it
That's
has like the little
badass.
wires kind of coming out.
Dude, that's so cool. Look at that.
That's
There you go.
really cool.
Yep.
So there's that, and then there's, check this out. This is something crazy too. I don't know if you guys saw this. So there's this company that made, what's this crap? An extra Dinobot and turned it into a Constructicon figures. So this is the new Dinobot, right? Let me do this. Let me show you the new Dinobot. So this is the new Dinobot that they made. Right? And then they made all the other ones that you can combine into a Dinobot Constructicon. Look at
They
that.
actually copied the core class, like the little $10 figures that they used to come out with at Walmart. Because my son got into them, and I bought him all the Dinobots, and there was one like a Spinosaurus. I was like, "Who is this guy?" And when he got them all, they all combined. So they, it's
I didn't know
for
that.
him. He thinks that they all come, that they're, I guess 6 Dinobots instead of 5, and they all combine just like the Constructicons.
Dude, that's so cool, bro.
Yeah,
that's really cool.
And he's got that.
And what company is that?
This is a company, hold on here, called Newage Toys.
Newage Toys?
Newage. Volcanicus is the name of the Constructicon.
Hey Nate, did you see the smaller ones? Have you seen?
Yeah,
these?
so my
And they have,
son
like,
has
the
actually
chases,
pulled
yeah.
He's pulled the 1 out of 144 Starscream, and he's pulled like the 1 out of
What did I
36
just do?
Soundwave and
Oh,
Optimus
that's
Prime.
this one. That's the metallic one.
Because you can tell the shine on there, and he comes.
Yeah.
laser beak. Yep.
Hold on, guys. I
That's cool.
apologize. 1 second here.
Because there's a table in my office, and all it is the blockies, and then he started pulling in my old Transformers, like Long Haul and Scrapper. Yes. Exactly.
Yeah, I have them all. I just every time I see them. So I went to a show. One of my buddies was a vendor, and we worked out a deal. I'm like, I'll just take all these toys, and I just spent the day. Like if you see my shelves, they're just next to the Joes. They're awesome.
And the crazy part is like the little Constructicons that are actually they're just the vehicles. They put the little parts together where you can make Devastator now, because we're trying to get the Scavenger and Bone Crusher.
Hold on here.
I didn't know you were into them. Shoot me a message, dude, and I'll trade. I have a ton of these.
No, that'd be great. Yeah, that'd be
Yeah,
awesome.
they look great. Look at this.
They're a lot of fun. I was actually, because with him being tiny, it was just he's not. It was kind of working on like hand-eye coordination. So I just kind of started off the small ones, kept giving them, and he got really good at building. So I was like, perfect.
Yeah.
Now I can work on
Yeah,
the
I do these with my boys. They love it.
Yeah, they're a lot of fun.
Yeah, they love it.
All right, hold on. I got something weird going on.
Jeff, I came back. I was in North Carolina for a week, and I came back, and I, with the combiners coming out with Superion, and all of a sudden I came back in my closet. I found like Superion and all these other ones. I'm like, well, someone's been playing in here.
They come in here and they do the same thing. So I leave some toys like in reach for them. Right? This new Super 7 line, I absolutely love.
They're great.
Especially because it's the 3 3/4, it's the O-ring, but we're getting a lot of the costumes that we didn't get back in the original run, right? These are all like cartoon based or comic based with some of the other colors, right? With the Serpentor,
the Jinx with her mask off. I mean, they look great. I've been waiting for Big Love for so long. I'm so excited he's coming out.
Dude,
all right, let me run through FOC real quick, and then we'll basically call it a night. There are a couple of really good FOC books out this week. Let's go drop in on our boy Lefteros, of course, who always does a good job at picking the top 5 over at Cover Price. There we go. What is this? That's not Lefteros.
So while you're loading that up, I'm going to cut out because I got to be up early. Bryan, thank you for having me.
Hell yeah, brother.
I appreciate it, sir. Gentlemen, Nate, Sean, John, always a pleasure. Guys,
Good luck at Dynamic Forces, man. Good luck.
See you in New York.
Appreciate you, man. Sean, we'll be in touch. Nate, as well. Are you going to be at Comic-Con, Sean?
No, man. My team will be there, but I won't be there. But you can talk to any guys in the booth, and they'll get me contact info or cards or anything like that.
Done. And I'll ping you this week we'll make something happen. But guys, everybody hanging out, thank you guys. Thank you for having me. Thank you for tolerating. Be well,
Later,
guys.
brother. Thanks for hanging with us. All right, Absolute
Jeff.
Batman, number 11, second print, first full appearance of Absolute Joker in his human form. By the way, what do you guys think of the Absolute Joker in that lizard form thing?
I haven't read it yet. I saw
Yeah,
it.
I have to
was
see
kinda like,
how it happens.
I gotta read it before
I mean, if you're reading Absolute, the way Killer Croc is made, and Bane and Batman, it's pretty brutal. So,
Yes. Yeah.
you can see. Also, everybody needs to pick up the Absolute Batman that just came out this week.
Yep.
Big key, huge key.
Yep.
No one knew it was coming, but there's a big first appearance
Yep.
of a female clown.
Yep.
Anyway.
And Absolute Batman Annual number 1.
Must get.
Daniel Warren Johnson.
American Caper number 1. I don't know what this is. It says here, a major reason people love games like GTA is the stories and mythos behind them, given that the creative writing duo behind those games is the same writers on this one. That's interesting.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's probably gonna be a skip it.
Yeah.
I love that game.
Conan the Barbarian, Scourge of the Serpent. I know the Titan Conan stuff people have really liked.
Yeah. Jim Zub's killing it as a writer too. That was a great cover.
Yeah.
It's like he's in a glory hole.
Echo Seeker of Truth number 1. This is a Maria Wolf cover.
Yeah.
Yeah, pass. I'm so over Echo. Infernal Hulk. This is a series that I'm really looking forward to. This is the Nick Klein cover, new series about a separated Hulk from Bruce Banner, and a lot of really dark horror stuff in this. Philip Kennedy Johnson is great, and Nick Klein is such a good artist. Predator Badlands number 1, first appearance of Deck the Predator Outcast. It's a prequel to the movie.
I'll read it because I know I watched the movie.
Yeah.
I mean, when's the last time a prequel to a movie's been in anything?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just
well,
I used to always read the Star Wars books before the movies came out. They had so much more detail. So
Event Horizon, Event Horizon Dark Descent is a book right now that is super hot on the secondary market, like really hot.
Okay.
Radiant Black number 38. First full appearance and cover of Horizon.
Pass.
And we've got more. Let's see here.
I'm liking the Jay Lee Absolute covers. That yellow one on the top, that Batman. This
is a really good one right here.
In a lot of the subsequent printings.
Yeah.
Is that not Jay Lee? Who's that?
That's Gerald Perel. What do you guys think of these Inhook Lee street level variants? There's a ton of them.
Pass.
Yep, I'm with you.
They're just boring. It's just a dude standing.
Yep, very boring. The background is cheesy. The art's good. Inhook Lee, we know he's a good artist. This is a Lee Bermejo Mary Jane variant that, to be honest, is terrible.
So these Amazing Visions, it's a 25 cover variant set of Bermejo's Amazing Visions, and this is, you got to know your artist strengths. Bermejo's not good at drawing pretty girls, so yeah,
that is happening. Horrible.
He's a monster horror, not monster, but just dude action.
Yeah.
Alex Ross type artist, not chicks. Anyway.
I love this Delato 1 in 50 for this Amazing Spider-Man Torn number 2. That's a great cover.
I hope Torn. I haven't read Torn yet this week. Hopefully, it's a good story.
That's beautiful. There's a Steve Root variant to that. It's not too bad. This is the 1 in 50.
That's good.
For
just girls standing. I don't.
Yeah. So they all have the same background because they look like.
Yep. You got it, Nate.
Weird.
I like these Betty and Veronica variants. Old school Dan DiCarlo. These are old interior pages,
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
So those are cool. Great covers. More of the In Huck Lee stuff, which is terrible.
It looks like those are ratios too, aren't they?
Yeah,
Are
they're
those
1 in
1/100 versions?
Yeah, 1 in 50s.
Ugh, what a
Yep.
waste of a ratio.
Totally. Hood would love the Toy Story Avengers homage.
Oh, yeah.
The only problem I have with this is this big 30th anniversary thing. It just looks so off
Mm-hmm.
in all of them. Cool Two-Face cover. Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees continues to just be a monster.
That story is so
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, it's a monster of a book.
The last issue, that was the darkest story I've read with cute little animals in it ever. Like
Even
with
worse
Farrell.
than, Farrell.
It's
Right?
so dark.
Okay, the Adam Hughes 1 in 25 second printing for everybody that's pissed.
Oh, that's great.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
But this
Yeah. Wow.
this second printing 1 in 25 stuff is just such a cash grab to me, and people are going to start getting smart, just being like, I'll wait to the 1 in 25. Virgin.
Yeah, I've been skipping.
Yep. Here's another Maria Wolf for Conan Scourge of the Serpent, which you guys know I love Maria Wolf. I don't like that one a ton.
There's some stuff with her. I think it feels like it's hit or miss. Like something I like. And
What's that dead samurai on the right? That looks kind of cool.
This one right here, oh, bro, a lot of these are good, these covers. So Dead Samurai number 4.
Who's that?
That's beautiful, right? Jonathan Uribe.
Oh. Uribe? Oh, okay.
And then there
that's a good
is
cover.
this one, the Sienkiewicz, 1 in
That's
50.
oh yes.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah.
There's another one too. Hold on, that one's beautiful too. 1 in 15. Wilton Santos. Sienkiewicz.
That's number
1 in
4.
15.
I don't remember seeing.
I haven't checked this out either. Ryan Benjamin, John Doleman. Oh, it's a.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Yeah. Wake Entertainment.
Part of those guys.
Yeah. He's on tour right now too. Look at that.
Are they doing a reunion tour?
Yep. They played New York
I'd
recently.
love to see that.
All the new Maleficent number 1. There's a bunch of great books. They're doing a blind bag for this. Did you guys see this? I didn't even know about this.
Dude, did you see they're doing blind bags for everything?
Yep.
And you might need to do a whole show. You could do a whole show on that one, bro. But some of them, they're $15 and they're only 40% off. But you get 2 books in them, and one of them is a blank.
Oh yeah.
So every bag's gonna have a blank
Yeah.
and something else with it.
Yeah, that's kind of a bummer.
And 40% off of 15, it's only $9. That's what we're paying as retailers, $9.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you can't. We'll see how the Vampirella blind bags are that they did the Kickstarter for. I think those are going to be decent. So depending on how those are, we'll push, I think, the rest of the blind bags they do. But they've got to be really smart about the blind bags.
But bro, just Terminator was just on episode, I think, right?
Yep. Elvira Harley, they're doing a blind
Elvira
bag for it.
Harley.
Flops. We're going to talk about flops a couple times. So I'm going to use this as a segue. He's got a Doctor Who variant coming out. Okay. And then he's got a black and white of that as well. Let me find it. There's the black and white. But dude, check this cover out. Look at these covers. He's got 3 variants for New York Comic Con. Look at this Berserker variant.
That's kind of cool.
That is fantastic.
Oh, there it is. They did great with the trade dress on that.
Right?
They changed it.
Yep.
That helps make the cover.
Totally. And
Good
then
for
look
them.
at this. Something is Killing the Children.
Same trade dress. Look at that. That's good
Gorgeous.
too.
He's killing it, man. Absolutely destroying. Shout out to Flops Comics. So beautiful.
Is that a retailer or is that a artist?
He's an artist out of the UK.
Oh.
Yeah, we're hopefully going to be doing a Beyond Wednesday's crew variant with him soon.
That's good.
Yeah, he's really good. This is the Carnage one. This is the only one that I thought was decent, but like, why put a coat on Carnage?
Dude, well, they got to put him in some clothes, I guess.
Yeah.
Remember the new Avengers and Carnage is on the new Avengers? So bad.
It is.
So bad.
Yeah. Carnage should be evil.
Yes.
I really love this 1 in 50 Jenny Frizen. Beautiful.
Well, same. It's a version of the
You got it.
the trade.
Yep. And the trade dress just spend the
Oh, there it is.
Yeah. Feral number 17. Nice little Halloween homage.
Talk about great story too.
Oh yeah, man.
Sheesh.
Tony is killing it. Same with Trish. Look at this Tula Lowtie variant. Hold on here. Did I just lose it? I just lost it. Damn it. Final Order Cutoff. Variants. Hazy. Okay, there we go. I hate when I do that. Where did that go?
It's impressive you did that quick.
I know, right? Like I know what I'm doing. All right, this I just don't like Distillery because the bag and board issue, but I love that Tula Lota. That's a cool cover. The space.
And those are big magazine size too, aren't they?
Yeah. That's the part I hate.
Yeah.
Scotty Young, Fantastic Four connecting cover. Ghost Pepper. I heard that's a decent book. What did you think of Ghost Pepper?
No.
No.
Didn't like it.
Didn't like it. This is a cool cover.
Yeah. I wish that story was better too.
Yeah. Yeah. Grim 25 has got a
Frisson.
Dude, look at this 1 in 50.
That's cool. That's better than the Frisson.
Oh yeah. Absolutely beautiful. The Frisson's a
I
black
understand
and
why.
white.
I understand why you're going to hire a Frisson, an artist with the caliber of Frisson, and then have her do the boringest cover in the world like that.
Yeah, I agree. Here's the Hulk in Huckley.
That's a cool design, but
yeah, it's a decent one, but it's probably the best one.
yeah, I think it is. Yeah, I would
There's
agree. Oh, that's good.
Yeah. I'm really looking forward to the Age of Revelation stuff too.
Oh, the first issue
Was great,
was good.
right? Yeah.
It was good.
You know what it made me do, Sean? It made me go back and read the original stuff and then the stuff from 2008. It was that good where I had to go back and read the original.
Bro, I've been saying this, that I went back and read some of the Age of Apocalypse stuff.
Yeah.
I've been trying to catch on to some of the X-Men stuff, but
I hope it's good, man. I'm praying it's good. Look at this.
so far so good. We're only one issue into it.
Mad Cave second printing of It Killed Everyone But Me. That cover is scary as creepy. Just wow.
That's pretty creepy.
Yeah. I don't even know what the story's about though.
I haven't read that yet.
Sabretooth, Laura Kinney stuff. There's the long shot stuff.
Well, that's all
Punisher.
Age of Revelation stuff.
Yep.
There's so much Age of Revelation stuff, bro. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's gonna take forever to read it all. But I'm gonna do it. There's the 1 in 25 Bagley Miles cover, which isn't that great.
Boring.
Yep.
Plus, his proportions are way off too.
Yeah.
Man.
This one.
Who's that on the right?
What's
Who's that?
Let me see this. Interesting. It's different.
It's not bad.
Yeah. Stormbreakers, new artist. This
Ordained
series.
That looks good. Ordained.
Holy cow.
I actually got an exclusive coming out for that too with 616.
This is great, dude. Unfortunately, 616, but I think you picked a big book.
I did.
Ordained is this series. I remember when Bad Idea was telling us about this. This sounds so good, and I love they got a 1 in 50 by Temple Smith. I'm totally into this.
Dude, the Bad Idea stuff has been so good.
Yes.
This year, so good.
Yeah.
Cul-de-sac is great. I can't remember the other ones, but
Dead
everyone
Planet-
I've read
Planet
has been
Death.
good.
Planet Death.
Planet Death.
The art definitely carries Planet Death. Look at this 1 in 50.
Dude, that's
150 by Alex Maleev. Metal.
Yeah.
Oh, Alex Maleev, that guy.
Yeah.
He's so good.
Yeah, I'm really proud of what Bad Idea is doing. I think they're doing a really good job.
Yeah. Oh, there's Planet Death. Speak the devil.
Yeah, they're doing a second printing, and then they got a number 2 black and white, and then here's the number 2. But what do you think about the big rig stuff?
I think that they lost everybody when they screwed up those boxes.
Yeah,
I mean, they did it right. They made it right, but the hype was already past and they missed out.
I agree.
You know, the only way they could have saved it by doing some Post Malone sigs on some books like they did with Keanu Reeves back in the day with Berserker.
Yep.
But missed opportunity, man. If I was Vault, I would have been like, you're signing some of these books.
Yeah. Fly out to them. It's worth it. That's a great Peach Momoko cover right there.
It's not like you can't afford it.
Yep. Predator Badlands. We kind of talked about that. Red Hulk, Rat City, Radiant Black. We talked about that. There's a Storm variant for the Inhook Lee, which still isn't that great. This Rogue Storms series.
Is that Lobos or is that?
Yeah, this is Lobos right here.
That's probably Age of Revelation.
Yep. So I'll check that out.
I think he's actually at the Bedrock Con this weekend.
Oh, that's cool. What did you guys think of
cool
Skinbreaker?
Sinisters.
How great was Skinbreaker?
Oh my god, it was so good.
Yeah.
The art I've been real quick. I've been bitching about David Finch over inking his art for the last few years, and you can kind of tell where he over inked some of the interiors in it. The colorist definitely did some heavy lifting, but the story was so good.
Emotional, dude. Sneaky emotional.
You could see both sides. You could see the dude that wanted his kid to be in there, but you could also see the dad who's in the situation. He doesn't want to kill the old guy, doesn't want to do something with his kid. Oh man.
And here's the craziest part about it, Sean. And this is a really shitty part, but I'm just going to say it. You know, Finch, David and Meredith, both, they lost their son. And you can feel that this story it feels based in reality of their life, right? The story about the son and the Skinbreaker and how he wants to be regular like the other kids. And I mean, and they just lost him, one of their children who feels like this could be, you know, based in that reality. I'm really looking forward to this. And 8 years in development, holy cow.
I know, that's crazy. Well, look at that art. You can see how long it probably took them to. Those interiors are incredibly. Just look at that cover. The detail on the log in the background, the outfit, the costumes, the outfits they're wearing. Like, oh my god, the art is just.
Sean, have you ever watched Finch on Whatnot Live when he gets on and starts drawing for people? Like, it's amazing, like how detailed his stuff is and how quickly. I can't believe he turns stuff around that quickly. I mean, it's really.
He's so
it's
talented.
Something else, man. He's so good.
Talented. I've never seen him do that, but I need to watch. He's so talented. But yeah, this story. I mean, this was easily my number one book of the week because Kirkham and Finch, like powerhouses putting together a title. Yeah. I mean, the guy behind, you know, Invincible and all the things he's done. You know, Kirkham, Walking Dead, you know,
Battle Pope,
all just all the epic things. Marvel Zombies, the first series. Like, this guy is just a hit machine. So why would you not get as many of the number ones as you can? You know.
Yeah, I agree. And they're doing all those treasures.
I met
cool.
I'm sorry, go.
Stuart Sager.
Yes.
Unreal artist.
I gotta tell you, man. I've known Stuart. He lives to me out here. He's been to the store a few times doing signings with his prints. You ever see him at a con? He has the most big, gigantic, beautiful prints he does. I tell him all the time, like, bro, how do you paint with light? Like, his art style is so incredibly unique.
Yes.
I wish he was more popular. He's like a Sienkiewicz level artist, in my opinion.
I agree. Yep. Agree 100%. He's amazing.
Yeah.
Man.
Great dude too.
Let's see here. What else?
Hey Brian, would you happen to know if Finch canceled his New York City Comic Con appearance?
I haven't heard, but I imagine. I wouldn't be surprised. Really good.
I love those covers.
Yeah, these ones I don't like the Star Wars ones that he's doing about the Power of the Force 2 ones, but I really like these Marvel ones that he's doing.
Yeah, I had so many of those. The stickers on there, like all it needs is a discount KB Toy Store sticker on there to look legitimate.
3 for $5.
This is going to be a big book. 1 in 25 Spirits of Violence, #2. It's got that new what's her name? I forget her name. really badass character.
Yeah, I wish the story was better too. It's Barbara Ketch
Yes.
is the spirit of violence.
I always
some
was
reason.
thinking that Venom 2099, where the Alicia, I can't remember her full name.
Look at that.
She was gonna be hot.
Yeah, that's Barbara.
Yeah.
A long time ago.
I don't know why they needed to bring her from the dead to be a part of the
It's
spirits.
because it's Marvel and they don't know how to write a comic book anymore, I feel.
Yeah.
There's the Power of the Force. Yeah, here
Oh,
we go.
there it is.
Power of the Force.
And it looks
2.
just like him.
It
I mean, it
does.
looks
Now here's the
just
funny
like
part. If
him.
you actually had like, say, Obi-Wan or something like that on there, and you made the variant, the long
lightsaber, yeah.
Yes. Long tray, short saber.
If you know,
yeah.
you know. If you don't, like,
Yeah. Where's Hood? The Stitch, Jack-o'-lantern
That's pretty
cover.
cool.
Yeah.
That's great.
He loves it.
And then Thor.
Anybody
Thor.
reading Mortal Thor at all?
Yeah, that's what I was just about to say. The Mortal Thor stuff is excellent.
Kyle hates it, but I love it.
Really? That's
I
surprising.
love it.
Yeah, really good. I like that. I like the series before it too. This Cohen
That's a good
cover
Cheetah.
or Perillo cover of the Chitara #1.
The Chitara series has been better than the Thundercat series. I'll tell you
Really?
that. Yeah.
It's a good cover.
The Chitara series is based before Thundera blew up.
Oh, that's cool.
And yeah, where the other ones they're on, Third Earth.
You got this Jason Howard, more of the second printing Jason Howards.
Did you see I haven't watched a couple of your shows lately, but I apologize for not watching every single minute of your shows. But
No worries, bro.
Did you talk about the blind bag for Ultimate Endgame? They announced the artists and stuff, sketches that are going to be in there.
Yeah, they're really smart to do that because if they didn't do it, that would be a failure of a blind bag.
Yeah,
They
I'm
learned.
curious to see. Well, I'm curious to see how well collated the DC, because the last ones weren't
KO.
collated very well.
Yeah.
So we'll see what KO's like.
There's no Rook. There's no like any of the anything on that list. It's coming out.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess Rook 8 just came out.
Yeah, it just came out with three new characters, three new.
Yeah, I gotta get it.
That Ghost Machine stuff is so good, man.
It's so good. They're just. Sean, are you and Kyle reading the Ghost Machine books? I mean, it's a little kind of hit or miss. Because, like,
No, I haven't seen one in a while.
Rook's been on delay. It hasn't been out for about 3-4 months, and then Hyde Street's been out. But
I don't like Hyde Street that as much as I like everything else.
I remember they had it was New York last year when they had a big old signing, had a booth set up, it was a huge announcement, and they're not even a year later and they're already like behind and delayed. Like that's how these projects lose steam, like just don't put out How to Ruin a Comic Publishing Company, don't publish comics.
Yep.
Right? Like
last thing I want to talk about tonight is there's rumors that the next phase of the MCU obviously is going to be mutant based. Well, multiple rumors have hit recently and I'm so happy about this if it's true. The next major big bads in the MCU are going to be Mr. Sinister and Apocalypse.
Mr. Sinister would be just insane.
Oh,
if they did Apocalypse the right way,
amen.
And Sinister, are you kidding me?
Yes.
Are you kidding me?
It would be next level. Oh, dude. That's what we've been waiting for. We're waiting for those. That's what I was so mad about Days of Future Past because they messed up or the Apocalypse one. They messed it up. Apocalypse so bad.
Yeah.
It was so bad.
They messed up all of them. They messed up all the characters. The coolest part was when Archangel transformed and they were playing Four Horsemen by Metallica.
Yes. Yeah.
Coolest part of the whole movie. Aside from that, just don't watch the rest of it.
Yeah. Yeah. Hell yeah. And
they
that's
need
why
to do Apocalypse like they did Thanos.
Yes, you're right. I love this DeCall. This DeCall is so good. He's been quiet lately too.
I think a lot of that's going to determine what happens with this Doomsday with the Russo brothers doing it. Like if they can save us with the Doomsday and Secret Wars, like, man, then I think people will be back,
again, it's one of those things too. With they've had villains, but they honestly, Marvel just fucks them up, and they make them where they're. I mean, they could have really done something with Thor.
Love and Thunder is probably the worst Marvel movie of all of them. It's so terrible. I think, was it you on your show, Brian? You're talking about that dude that came out, was talking about all the smack about the Marvel producers.
Yep. DeMeo.
Yeah.
Bo DeMeo.
Yeah.
The X-Men
that's
97
wild.
guy.
How they'd be like, don't mention comics here and all
Yep.
this other crap. Like
the exact opposite thing they should be doing. And that's what I don't understand. When the second that you key into the comics and you get Bo DeMeo to do X-Men 97, who is a huge X-Men fan. He did nostalgia-based storytelling on that X-Men. It was the best shit that they put out in a long time. They just don't
But again,
get
it goes back. You're talking about like Love and Thunder, like Taika Waititi. Like he said that he didn't reference anything, and then they bring in. Was it Gore? I always mess up the name.
Gore the God Butcher, which was.
And they could have had a great.
Gore could have been. Yeah.
Ruined that. You bring Christian Bale to do that, and they just ruined the villain.
That Gore storyline was probably one of the best Thor storylines.
Yeah.
Ever.
They killed it.
Ever. I'll say it too. Ever. It was so good. You got the old Thor and the new Thor and his daughters in there, and the time traveling and Gore killing gods, and the art by Assad Ribic was just flawless.
And then all the movie, all you get is the.
It was such a waste.
You get Zeus and the rest, and the screaming goats. I'm like, that's all I really remember. It's just, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, I remember the silliness of it.
Yep. And they got a perfect person to play Gore too, and they fucked that up.
I guess they
And
cut
that's
a
why
bunch of
I always
stuff
thought he'd
out
be
of
the guy
there.
from Roxxon. Like I always thought he would be because like that.
They should have made Gore not a human. They should have made him the alien that he was.
Mm-hmm.
That was the biggest mess up, is that they didn't do that.
Yeah.
What a
He was a
mistake.
non-threat. He was a non-issue.
Yes, you got it. You got it. And I think that's what we're in. We're in that that stage where the superhero movies, nothing really matters anymore. It's just
like, I mean, so not to get into all the movies now, but I didn't mind. I thought Fantastic Four was very solid. It was really good. Really liked it. Captain America didn't give us what we wanted from Captain America with Red Hulk. We needed a full. We couldn't even get a full transformation.
Yeah, we got
of
4
Harrison
scenes.
Ford into the Hulk. Yeah, we couldn't get just one full transformation. Like, give me that. And the fight was lame.
We saw it all in the trailers.
Yeah, and then New Avengers or whatever they're calling it now. I thought that was okay. I thought it was good. I didn't like how they saved the day by all he needed was a hug. Like, really? They all gave him a big hug at the end, and then they saved the day. Like,
So
really?
stupid.
He just needed a hug.
And
They had such
Harrison
good
Ford
themes
was
in that
terrible.
movie, but they ruined it with he just needed a hug. Anyway, we'll see what happens. I got hope with Fantastic Four.
Yeah, we'll see. As long as we can move into the next MCU, hopefully the Russo brothers come back and they gain something, or they bring back that magic that they had with the Avengers movies.
Yeah.
But
I'll
I'll tell you what, my hopes are pretty low.
What's really good is Peacemaker.
Yes.
It's so good.
Yes. I started watching it the other night. And I
It's so
agree.
good.
Yeah, it's pretty funny, man.
Why is I watched the first 2 episodes, but I'm convinced that James Gunn just loves John Cena and his tidy whities. I don't understand. Like season 1, the 2 episodes, I'm like, there's always him and his tidy whities running around. Like
I think he just likes doing crazy shit. I mean, episode 2 of this season, spoiler alert, if you haven't seen it yet, it's that giant orgy scene. Like,
yeah.
It's just
I think that was episode 2. Okay.
I'm like, how does DC let them get away with it? But I can't. This is too sexy of a cover. They got to make the boobies smaller on something like this. Like
As soon as I saw that, I thought about The Boys.
Yeah. Or the what's it called? The damn it, I just forgot it. With the big party they have in The Boys.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, like they could have done that better in the series, honestly, but it was pretty good. But
I mean,
anyway, it's pretty awesome.
Pretty good. Yeah.
Gen V is kind of boring in my opinion. I'm not enjoying that as much as I did
And
before.
then they have the Boys prequel coming out too.
Oh yeah,
which
that'd be
is
fun.
soon. So
That'd be fun.
Sean, what's going on with Collectors Elite? What do you guys got coming up?
Oh man, so right now, well, Double Impact 2 is dropping next week. Finally got that finished up. I'm working on a lot of different things, man. I'm working on a big mystery box or blind bag thing we're doing for Power Hour. Looking at how we can get back into Lunar to start publishing in stores again with some titles we have.
Hell yeah.
And some talks with some people about starting a thing to do that, and then eventually offer it to other people also. If you got a title, we can get it into stores. New York, God, everything's evolving around New York. We're going to try to live stream the Mark Spears blind bag live stream it on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, and Facebook and whatnot at the same time.
Well, you got to come hang out on the midnight show if you do.
Sure. Yeah, I'm trying to get it set up now where we can simultaneously be live on all 4 of the social media channels, and they're going to be basically watching the Whatnot show do their show.
Yeah.
While we're doing it, we're going to try to do it with Hero Gasm. That's what it was. Thank you guys.
Yeah, Hero Gasm.
We're going to try to do it with the DC KO bags
KO.
this Wednesday or Tuesday, Wednesday midnight, to try to just work some kinks out. But we'll see, man. We'll see. I'm very excited about the Mark Spears bags for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. New York's gonna be crazy. I'm really looking forward to it, man. So I'm bummed that you're not gonna be there, dude.
Me too. I hate New York. I hate New York Comic Con, but this year I want to go so bad. The first time I've wanted to go in years, and I can't go this year. My stepdaughter turned 16. We're going, taking her to Hawaii for her 16th birthday. So
Which island?
I don't even know, bro. I don't even know. We're stopping in Arizona. I don't know where for 3 days, and then I might be able to see. I don't want to get in trouble. The wife's just sleeping. I might be able to go see Printer and maybe Bryan and some other guys out there.
Yeah, let me know.
But we'll see if I can. Yeah, if I can.
If you go to Oahu, go to Duke's on Waikiki. It's fine.
Okay. Hey, I'm just gonna be I'm just paying for everything. I'm not in charge of shit on this trip.
I don't see our tickets.
I will do as I'm told.
Yeah,
I know I'm going
boss
zip lining. I know we're going snorkeling, and I know we're gonna do a luau.
There you go.
Oh yeah, that sounds like
Boss Lady's got the plan.
Maybe I can swing by a comic shop. I don't know.
John, you've got New York Comic Con. You're all ready. You good to go? You got the booth all ready to go?
Yeah, I mean, I've obviously had to make some adjustments because of the pushback of the bags, but other than that, and also I might as well tell you guys first, or maybe the guys that are in this chat right now that do plan to come to Comic Con. Tomorrow morning, I am picking up a 25 slab lot of pre-code EC.
Wow.
So if you're an EC guy, I don't know what they are yet because a friend of mine is kind of did the deal while this show was going on today. And he hit me up and he said, do you want to meet up now or tomorrow morning? I said, let's do it tomorrow. This way we can get coffee and we can look at the books together. So he said they're all slab. It's 25 slabs of EC pre-coat. So I'm really hoping for some really cool, classic covers or just, I get excited with Golden Age stuff. So, especially horror. So I'm hoping for something like that, something really classic. I plan, if it's as good as I think it is, I'll probably do like a small wall to the side of just all the slabs, the EC slabs. So
Yeah.
that'll be
That'd be
nice.
cool
Nice little
shit, man.
attraction at the show.
Yeah, it'll be
Yeah.
great.
That's a big deal, man.
But that's the cool thing, you know what I mean? It's like there's constantly somebody hitting up about books. I mean, I obviously can't get everything, and it's just it's not in my budget to buy every deal that comes across me. But EC slabs I can't pass on. So
I don't blame you on that one, dude. Not a bit.
Yeah.
So that's super cool, man. Nate, you're getting ready to go to New York as well, brother.
Yeah, just waiting to figure out Anna's schedule. So she had to fly to Austin for work on Thursday, come back on Friday. She's going to go back out there, begin the week, and then back, and then out to LA. So I'm either going to fly out Friday night or Saturday morning and then leave Monday. So I will let you know. Hopefully it's Friday night.
Oh yeah. And then I'll be out. Obviously, I'll be leaving Wednesday. for New York Comic Con, which will be nice. My first time going out there. I'm looking forward to it. But tomorrow night I have 2 more Whatnot sales, or 2 more sales. A Whatnot comic book sale tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Pacific time. It'll be the last comic sale before the con, so come take advantage of that, you guys. I'm going to be selling a ton of, variants and keys and signed books and Art Adams, Ryan Otley, Mark Brooks, signed books. I'll have all kinds of stuff. Jim Lee, McFarlane, tons Lobos, tons of signed stuff, tons of variants from San Diego Comic-Con and WonderCon, tons of keys, tons of rare stuff. That'll be tomorrow at 6 p.m. Pacific time. I'll drop the link in the chat as well as in the description. Go bookmark it. And then Monday, I'm going to do the final sale before New York Comic Con, but this is going to be just cards. So baseball rookies and stars from the 60s to current, and football rookies and stars from the 70s to current. So,
wow.
Yeah, lots of stuff.
Sean, Daniel Jones will not be in that list. So
yeah. Why not? Maybe he will, dude. Maybe he will. If you're a Colts
let me
fan.
tell you something. I sold my Daniel Jones, my 10-10 auto rookie,
smart,
to 35 last week, and I got like almost $500 for it. I was like, thank God. I was like, what idiot paid for this? But I was like, hey, there's a sucker born every minute. That's for sure.
Shout out to Lord Zero in the chat. Appreciate you, brother. I'm going to stop by and drop off your books before I leave. And then to everybody else, I'll be working on shipping those out. The card sale, I might ship those out when I get back. So just a heads up, but tons of stuff. Go bookmark it. We'll see you there. And this is the final Beyond Wednesday show before New York Comic Con. We'll be doing a Tuesday night industry show, but it'll just be releasing the full unedited Bruce Ogilvie interview. So that'll be Tuesday. And then make sure you guys say hi in New York. We'll probably be jumping in and out on social medias and doing live YouTube stuff as we go. That being said, we love you guys. Be smart, play it easy, smoke a joint, enjoy yourself. We'll see you guys soon. Adios.